Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Turf Talk Podcast. I am your host, Gabe Dowd, and joining me are my two co-hosts, the man to my right, you know him, you love him, Nick Walters, a.k.a. Big Wop, a.k.a. Crock Pot.
Way to talk about yourself. I thought we were doing this the right way.
I'm doing the traditional Gabe Dowd introduction.
Okay.
Hi, Gabe.
Hi, Dom.
Hi, Gabe.
Hi, Nick.
What's up? How you doing?
I'm wonderful.
Okay, continue. You're doing great.
And the man to my left, you know him, you love him, Dom Capuano, a.k.a. Dommy Salami.
That's me.
Yes, sir.
2 number 1 seed teams. Who would have thought it before the season started?
Dude, I never would have thought it.
Not me.
If
And
you
the
told
one
me-
guy
Hell
in the
no.
middle not repping his
If you
team.
Yeah.
Yeah, what were you going to say about that?
if you had
It's
told me,
embarrassing.
hey, if you're watching the show, we are filming the day in the life of getting the podcast going. We'll get a better going for next week, even though Big Wop will not be here. Oh, that's the announcement to start the show. Big Wop will not be here next week. He's going to Disney where dreams are made to come true. So he won his Super
I'll be
Bowl already.
repping the podcast in Disney
He
World.
already
Do
won
not
his
worry.
Super Bowl. He's going to celebrate the Super Bowl.
I'm bringing stickers.
But, had you told me 18 actually quick weeks ago that the Seahawks or the Broncos would be 14-3 first seeds first round bye, I'd have laughed at you.
100%.
Now, I have faith in my team. I had faith in the Seahawks team,
No.
unlike Nick. There is a clip out there that me and Dom were completely confident in this cheap quote-unquote offense. But first seed, no. I did not think that would be happening. Let's just say the least was a scrappier season for one of us than it was the other. Maybe their parts of the season were scrappy, you could argue, for the Seahawks, but I would say the Broncos were definitely a clawing battle every week. Every week it was. But no, it is the end of the regular season, and it feels weird. I mean, I don't know how many times we said on Sunday, I feel like someone died.
Yeah.
Like, the vibe was different.
Yeah.
Already, it's been 4 months since the first game.
I mean, tell me how the season's over. We spent
Over half the league will not play football again for
14
the next
teams
7
are
months.
left, and we spent 8 months of off, not 8 months probably, like 6 or 7 months of off season. Don't do it.
6, 7.
Off season content, getting prepared, doing the draft, doing the free agency, just brainstorming anything football that we could do, while also mentally preparing for the season to come up. And then you have the season come up, and every week it's watch the film, analyze it, get your notes, get the stuff down. What's your opinions? How does this relate around the league? What takes can you give that can spike some animosity on the internet, as we do on this show?
Yeah. apparently.
And create spontaneous content like Walmart reactions that got 4,000 views on Instagram. So thank you to the viewers for that. For all to end this quickly. And here we are, going to the best part of the season, a new season, if you will, the playoffs, which is only a short month. And then we're back to the offseason.
Yeah.
We're talking draft season in less than 3 months.
Yeah.
Tell me that ain't crazy.
That is crazy.
It's absurd. It blows my mind.
It doesn't feel like we went through the whole regular season. I feel like
It's just sad.
It's
I don't
week
know.
8.
It's like the holiday season's ending, and now football's
Crazy.
over.
Yeah.
It's damn near over.
Yeah.
And then I leave in 4 weeks. 4 full weeks I leave.
at 1 month
1 full month I'm gone for the Super Bowl. And it's just, where did the season go? Where did everything go?
away.
Now we have this 1 week, us 3 boys, to be happy,
Yeah.
stress-free. Whatever happens, happens. Don't sit there and say the ifs and the ands and the buts and the what ifs. Just take it that you are the first seed and we are in the playoffs and we have no bragging rights and we're all equal at this table.
Yep.
But next week,
That's when it goes
the
down.
second Sunday ends. It's go mode. It's time to really
No longer
watch.
no longer a bye week.
It's a new slate. The game restarts. Every team's the team fighting. You're in and out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Win and keep
One
going.
bad
Lose,
game.
go home.
One bad
Yeah.
game is all it takes.
And
you're
Cancun
sitting
don't
home.
feel good when you lose in February and January.
No, it
So I
does
can
not.
tell you that right now. But no, it is crazy. But no, boys, the reason I'm not wearing my team today is I went shopping today. Finally got clothes. Christmas is now past. I've got new clothes that I can fit into and wear confidently.
He didn't even watch the game on Sunday, by the way.
What are you talking about?
Wow.
I watched the whole first half.
He abandoned
and
us.
then in the beginning of the third quarter, my TikTok stream
You didn't
crashed.
see Tyler Loop's game-winning field goal? Sorry,
What?
Ravens fans.
Well, I sent my reaction to it. Do you know what game we're talking about, buddy?
No.
Broncos, Chargers.
Oh,
I had
yeah,
a Christmas
yeah,
party
yeah.
at work.
Yeah.
That for 2 hours I was gone. But I watched the end of the fourth. I watched the first 2 quarters. And then
Just so you know,
We're off to a good start.
sent him-
Non-Broncos
I sent him
fan
my
here.
reaction to the kick. I
No.
literally on Snapchat, I might even post it to socials. On Snapchat, I posted my reaction with the 2
I
camera
saved
thing.
it in chat.
Oh, I remember that. I was just saying.
This episode,
Dom, you want to kick us off
this
with the news?
episode was produced by Big Wop.
Yes, it was.
So whatever happens is in the hands of him this week. So Nick, no matter what happens, truly I do love you and thank you for giving me the day that I had today and doing the show
Got you.
for us. And hell, if it's a good show,
it's
then,
not my first time. I've done it one other time. So
Yeah,
I got some under my belt.
But last time you gave me some direction and name. This time you told me it is what it is, man. This is the show.
Yeah, we're just freeballing today.
Free balling. Sometimes results happen from doing that, so let's figure out how this goes.
To start us off, the first of many, the Seahawks and offensive tackle Charles Cross, one of the best in the league, have agreed to a 4-year contract worth $104.4 million that averages out to be about $25 million per year.
Love it.
Absolutely. This is one of the good pieces of Seattle's offensive line. You got to keep them. And as this is one of many to come, Seattle's the cheapest offense for now. They will not be the next season.
If any team knows anything about keeping an offensive line healthy and available and on the roster, it's the Seahawks. For years,
Unfortunately, because Anthony Bradford should not be healthy still.
not even that, but for years, this team has not been able to find a offensive line that's both consistent and efficient.
Yeah.
Price-wise, too, at best. And now all these young pieces acquired through the Russell Wilson trade are here, are now being extended, and you're watching the offense week by week gel into what it is
Look
now.
at Gray Zabel. He didn't even let up a single
Phenomenal
pressure.
draft pick. Phenomenal draft
This
pick.
last
I mean,
week.
it all worked beautifully. And Charles Cross, like I said, you don't hear his name often, and on the offensive line,
In fact,
it's
he's
probably a
hurt
good
right
thing.
now.
It's probably a good thing. So I would say this is a great signing, and perfect time to do it. And like Dom just said, offense is going to get a hell lot more expensive, but what does that mean? This team's it's going places.
Yeah.
You're paying it for that reason.
Exactly.
So as a Hawks fan, you can't be more happier than that.
Absolutely.
Moving on, the Green Bay Packers claimed former Cowboys cornerback Trayvon Diggs last week. He did play in his first game on Sunday for the team. He didn't start.
Beautiful pickup, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I don't.
We
see a
discussed this in our
downside.
free time. When he was cut, I mean, we said it on the show, actually.
Yeah.
When he was cut, fully understood, didn't disagree with the situation at hand. If I'm Trayvon, cut me. You're not going to see my family. Family's first. At the end of the day, football is last. And a team to go out and get him, especially at this time of the year. I mean, you're going to see later in the pick'ems there's some differences here. But I think the team that needs the most would be this team that we thought was going to have the best defense in the league and has been far from that.
Yeah.
So, didn't play this week, but this next week, they might need him. So, I love it.
It's basically going to be like the Green Bay Cowboys by the end of the season. Like
Hey,
a part-
whatever
We're
gets
getting
you,
there.
whatever gets you far in the playoffs. Does it matter what the formula is? I said it weeks ago. If you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah.
So if the Green Bay Cowboys is what it takes to get far, then so be it. Do it.
Hopefully
the
it goes
Seattle
better than the
Raiders.
Las Vegas Seahawks.
Yeah.
Now, someone who didn't take the advice, if you can't beat him, join him. He stayed. Miles Garrett breaking the sack record, 23 sacks on the season. Miles Garrett also, after this game, announced that he is partnering with the Jordan brand following, funny enough, his 23rd sack of the season. I mean, come on. This is similar to Jamar Chase and Fabletics. When you make moves like this, money comes and follows, partnerships are made, and we have big historical moments like this. Miles Garrett and the Jordan brand, it makes too much sense.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I will say this. The ceremony caused a lot of differing opinions, especially with Jamar Chase. Now I want to know our thoughts on that. Do we think they should have stopped the game for that celebration?
Yes.
I agree. It's a historical NFL moment. Hasn't been done
Between
in,
two
in damn near what,
bum
over a decade?
teams.
Over a decade, I think they said.
Yeah.
Strahan was the last one. Or TJ. Technically TJ and Strahan. But either way. Do you think
100% you stop the game for these milestones.
Yeah. Do you agree? I mean, they did it for Man. They did it for Brady. They did it for Breeze.
Especially in a game that means nothing.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
this was a bigger game, I could say maybe not.
I
'cause-
think there's just animosity because it's Jamar in a divisional game.
But neither of these teams had any implication on any playoffs. Both
No.
the teams are already out.
Right.
It's the last. Who cares?
Yeah,
Completely
I
agree.
definitely think he deserved a stoppage.
I don't dislike Jamar for what he said. I get where
No,
his
I
brain's
fully
at.
understand where he's
I
coming
get
from.
what he's saying because he's saying
And
if it happened for me, they
Like
better
Dom
stop the game
said,
too, but-
in certain situations, I agree with him.
yeah, no, yeah, it's very circumstantial. I just want
Yeah.
to hear your thoughts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Colts announced that they will be retaining both head coach Shane Steichen and general manager Chris
Ballard.
Bout for the 2026 season. I don't see why not.
I mean, yeah,
They started off 7-1.
regardless of the ups and downs, and yes, I'm not gonna lie, me personally, at least, you do leave this season with a lot of questions.
Oh,
to be
yeah.
desired.
For sure.
Did Danny Dimes have a spectacular season? Yes, but it also ended on an injury, which means what is Daniel Jones next season? Is he the same guy?
Right.
Can he become that guy again? Can somewhere deep down he find who he was in those first 8 weeks? Because what he was when the injury happened was not the same guy that we were all talking about for 7 weeks. Now, here's the thing. I can't say you get rid of these two guys. Regardless of the questions, you've drafted Anthony Richardson. What didn't work? You moved on to Daniel Jones. You made it work.
Yeah.
That's something that a coach and a GM can't always do. John
No
Elway
other
had
ones
to let
could.
go because he couldn't
Yeah.
figure it out.
Yep.
So for this reason right here, I completely agree with keeping them. I trust them. And all you can do is keep this regime and hope that next season is the same thing, if not better.
Yeah.
Kevin
Except you
O'Connell's
retain
done
it
it.
for the
Why can't
entire
Shane
season.
Steichen do it? Very similar situations, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah. Moving on for our first in this list, anyway.
Wow.
Head coach firing. The Cleveland Browns announced they fired head coach Kevin Stefanski.
Good.
Now, I didn't
Good
believe
for
my
him.
eyes.
Good for him.
But
Not good for the Browns.
in all honesty, do we really think
No,
that he's a
good for the
game-changing
Browns.
head coach. Because
Good
I'm going to sit
for
here and
the
say this. I
Browns.
think
He's
he
a
held on for too long.
fantastic coach.
I don't think he's not a
No.
bad coach, but I don't know that he's fantastic. You got to understand this. They've had their ups and their downs, and yes, he made it work with Flacco, which makes you say he's doing better than most head coaches in the league. It's coaches that are staying on teams where they should go, a.k.a. the Dolphins. But where I sit here and say this is maybe this is a marriage that held on for way too long. Now, I'm not saying he can't be a good coach elsewhere, but in Cleveland, this couldn't work anymore.
It's not his fault.
Location-based, it had to be done.
I
This is similar to John Harbaugh. He's going to get a job, but I don't think in
that's
Cleveland.
a whole different
But
situation.
I don't think in Cleveland this was the job anymore. I don't think for either side this was going to work. This divorce should have happened.
Oh,
years ago.
100%. I'm glad it happened.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's
But I
not
think
that
Kevin
he's-
Stefanski is going to go be a Hall of Fame coach somewhere
I think
else.
I wouldn't say Hall of Fame.
fully
I
believe
think he's
that.
a good head coach, not fantastic.
Nope,
but
I
I
fully
think
believe
that
it.
I think specifically,
He
it
has
would have worked in
the
Cleveland.
talent to go somewhere else, Nick, like you're saying,
For
and
sure.
be that type of coach.
But I can't leave him
for the
fantastic.
sake of Cleveland, it wasn't working. It was blatantly obvious
Because
the situation
they
with not only
gave,
Shador but Dylan
What,
Gabriel.
$200 million to Deshaun Watson to do nothing?
Obviously, not just that, but the two quarterbacks they drafted in the same draft class.
Yeah.
and that
the
falls
whole
on your
franchise.
coach. Yeah, but that falls on your coach too because he's also in play with how that
He
regime's
didn't
ran.
want it. He 100%
And there
didn't want it.
there
you
are
can
issues there.
tell.
There are issues in there because when they would ask him questions, there was that silver line where the GM and him were on the same page, which means what? The GM had more say than the head coach, and the head coach didn't have the
Mind you,
ability to step
Andrew
in.
Berry did not get fired. He didn't go with
And that's
the
why I
head
said
coach.
there are some areas there where what you're saying is completely right. But what I more specifically want to say is that I don't think in Cleveland he is going to work. Now, could he go get a job for the Giants and it click immediately? Sure.
I believe it will.
But I don't think in
would.
Cleveland, it just wasn't working anymore. And I don't think Kevin Stefanski belongs in Cleveland anymore.
No.
Now, I think for sure you need to go give him another chance. And I think for sure it can work. But in Cleveland, it was never going to. I think this locationally was not going to
I don't
happen.
think anybody will work in Cleveland until ownership changes, something major changes within that
And
franchise.
I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
No.
I mean, you're seeing it right
Why
now.
would they?
The ownership is, it's far from.
They have
far
no
from
reason
giving.
to leave.
Far from giving. Look how they're doing Shador. Look at how that situation played out. Look at the Deshaun Watson situation. Look at the Johnny Manziel, the Baker Mayfields. There is a
Joe Flacco.
historical issue in this franchise.
Yeah.
And it stems for decades, not just the last 5 years.
Well before our lifetimes.
Yes. Sticking with that coach team, Arizona Cardinals have announced they are firing head coach Jonathan Gannon after, I believe, 4 full years in Cardinals or 3.
Explosives.
Took
Took
Yeah.
long enough.
Yeah,
How-
we
yeah, how
knew
long-
right away, right from that first moment, his first day as head coach, that I just mimicked, it wasn't going to work.
Him and Kyler never seemed to completely click either.
Him and
Now, I don't
anybody.
even
The
think.
whole style
Call
of
me
that Cardinals
crazy.
team didn't work with
No,
it.
you got a young defensive head coach now. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but you got a young defensive head coach that came from a team full of studs on the Eagles at the time,
Yeah.
coming in with a young, short, different style athletically quarterback. Not your tall and athletic
Right, not
quarterback.
Jalen Hurts.
Not your overly gifted defense like the Eagles. You came in with a very ripped apart Cardinals team that we have joked about for 2 or 3 years now. Don't make up a
They
great
went,
NFL
what,
roster.
3-14 this year?
Yeah.
And like I just said,
Yikes.
you had the
Lost
issues with
9 in a
him and the
row.
running back on the sidelines getting physical.
Yeah.
I never ever saw, or never felt comfortable at least, that him and Kyler had a working relationship. In my opinion, I don't know if this is my eyes, I don't know what y'all saw, but it never seemed that they worked together.
Yeah,
Or
so there was a
Yeah.
part in the season where Kyler Murray did get an injury, but he had the opportunity to come back, and they kept him on the bench for Jacoby Brissett. Not saying that's a bad idea, because I would do the same thing, because at the time Jacoby was outperforming.
Well, that's where the
Kyler,
question comes
but-
into play now: is Kyler even the future of this team now that Gannon's gone too? I think you just scrap it all.
Yeah.
Start fresh.
Full rebuild.
Yes. It didn't work with Josh Rosen, and unfortunately, it didn't work under Jonathan Gannon, Kyler Murray, or Cliff Kingsbury. You got to scrap it, start over, do it the right way, do it the old-fashioned way, and maybe they're one of the franchises that get lucky and they're ahead of schedule. I mean, you never
Yeah.
know. You got to just try.
Look at the Patriots.
Look at the Broncos. We arguably are a year or two ahead of schedule of what we thought.
Oh, easy.
So, like I said, it's another situation for the Cardinals and the fans that is not pretty nor fun, but it's the harsh truth of what needs to happen for this franchise to turn that page.
Yep. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And another very surprising piece of news that hit us in Walmart, if you guys watched that clip.
Yeah.
The Atlanta Falcons announced that they are firing head coach Raheem Morris, what seems to be out of the blue.
After 3 years. 3 years. So
2
it's
years.
3. Was it 2 or 3?
Two.
I messed it up too.
Two.
It's just, I think where I had a hard time believing it was that you were the interim 3 or 4 years ago. They brought you back with hopes that, you went back and were the DC for the Rams. You showed true character as head coach. You've got what it takes. I don't know what happened here.
He did have a
Because-
losing record.
Yes, but it did seem at times where
But-
the team loved him. They bought in, and it looked like he
Oh,
saved his
100%.
job in this last week.
Look at where the team went. They took in The guy from the Vikings.
Kirk Cousins.
I took in Kirk Cousins, a quarterback that played so well for so long
a big
in
deal.
Minnesota, and a huge deal. Paid him a lot of money. He came in and he sucked.
And they immediately drafted Michael Penix.
Yeah.
Before letting Kirk even touch the field.
Which is
And
questionable.
we now
to
know
say.
how that went. We now know
Yeah.
how that went. So.
And
both of them suck.
Yeah. yeah.
But I think what more stands out the most is that even with these trying times of holy shit, our starting veteran quarterback on a mega 4-year deal isn't working. Let's bring in the rookie. The rookie's not totally working, but there's flashes.
Yeah.
Second year, let's give him the job. We see these ups and downs. We see moments of maybe this is our guy. Gets hurt. Bring back Kirk in. Shit, our season's gone. Wait. Kirk's stepping up again.
Yeah.
Raheem Morris has got these guys buying in. Drake
Kyle
London, when healthy,
Pitts.
looks like him. Bijan Robinson,
Kyle
top
Pitts,
running back in the
Bijan.
league. Kyle
Yeah.
Pitts, arguably, you could re-sign now. And then there's the reports that Raheem Morris saved his season these last 2-3 weeks even, beating the Bucks, and then coming and getting this dub in week 18.
Beating the Rams.
Beating the Rams, and then his former team, mind you. And then 3 hours after game, you're fired. And along with the GM.
Yeah.
This whole situation, and I'd love to know where it falls apart, but that's unfortunately where us outsiders, we're not going to get that in for a minute, I believe. It's going to be a little bit. And maybe it's more obvious than not, but to me at least it's shocking. I would honestly hire him back. Another team, right scenario, I'd give him an interview.
Oh, yeah.
At least obviously DC, but no, I'd give him another interview as head coach. He had the buy-in, and he had a good roster, arguably.
Yeah.
Who's not to say he stays one more year next year, they're a playoff team.
Right. I think they would have been.
You
If
said
they
it all
get
season.
that
You
quarterback
believed in the Falcons
situation
all
figured
year.
out.
All
Oh,
year
yeah.
you believed in the Falcons.
I love Kyle Pitts. I love Bijan.
They
I love
have
Drake
one
London.
of the best rosters on paper, and I know you're going to say that's on paper, but with a good head coach and over time, that
It could
eventually
be
is
in
going
real
to
life.
materialize into
Yeah.
to real life, yes. So, just one of those situations that unfortunately fell through.
Yeah. And this brings me to another point. You can be a fan of another team and talk about a team, by the way. For that one guy in the comments section that asked why we were wearing
Why are
Broncos
we wearing?
gear.
Yeah, what?
You're allowed to talk about other teams as a fan.
That
of
is
one
the
team.
career I'm going into, buddy. I hate to break it to you.
I
In order
don't
to be in
know.
broadcasting, I have to give up my
It's
fanatic
called a
side.
favorite team, not
Yeah.
the only.
God,
This
and
is
you know,
not-
and I'm be honest
This
with
isn't
you.
the only team that exists.
I'm be honest with you. Sometimes I don't want to sit and talk about just the Broncos. I'd love to talk about all other 31 teams that there are to talk about.
Yeah, that's why they exist.
For a reason. Yeah, that's what
They're
makes
not
up
just
the
filler
camaraderie
teams
that is
for
being an
shits and
NFL fan.
giggles. Like, yeah.
Like, so,
Anyway,
yeah.
speaking
Digress.
of another filler team, the Las Vegas Raiders and head coach Pete Carroll, notice how this is worded, parted ways today. They did not say they fired him.
This is the
They
peaceful. We
parted
don't want you
ways.
no more. You're no longer good.
Yeah.
You're no longer useful to the
The
league.
Bill
Get out.
Belichick treatment. Parted
Parting
ways.
ways. Respectful because of his career. Obviously, he's
Yeah.
a Hall of Fame coach.
I believe everybody saw this coming.
Oh my
yeah.
God, absolutely.
They asked Ashton Genty a bunch of questions, man. The players knew. They knew. Pete Carroll knew.
Oh, yeah.
I think we even said this, if I'm not mistaken, in the offseason right before the season started, that this was like a culture setter. Come in, see what you can get done. If it doesn't work, we kind of planned for that.
Yeah.
And if it does work, maybe we can get one of the assistants on the staff to just fill in, and he already knows what you want in place.
Sure.
And unfortunately, we got exactly what we thought was going to happen, and it wasn't going to work. I mean, like Dom's been joking all year. They just tried to rebuild the Seahawks.
Literally.
Yeah.
And in the black and silver in a city where
Jamal
it just doesn't
Adams,
work.
Tyler Lockett,
doesn't
Geno
work.
Smith, Pete Carroll.
It doesn't work. And these are the results you get. But, you know.
Yeah.
Moving on. Teams are considering veteran quarterback Phillip Rivers as a candidate for head coaching vacancies. To stick with this theme of potential head coaches leaving, here's one entering. Not a name that we all thought would enter the carousel, but
No, I
boys,
love
I
it.
offered up. Dom, I know you're a lover, but boys, I offered
love
up.
it.
What do we think about high school head coach,
Yeah,
returning
exactly,
NFL
exactly.
quarterback, arguably soon to be Hall of Fame quarterback Phillip Rivers being head coach in the league?
I love it.
This is ridiculous.
I'm sorry, I don't see him leaving the high school, and I sure as
No.
I don't see him coming to coach.
Do
in
I
the-
see
in
it?
the-
No, but would
Let's
I love
hire
it?
Teddy
Absolutely.
Bridgewater while we're at it. Let's just hire anybody.
Michael Irvin? Have you seen that?
What about
going
my
around?
high school
Have
coach?
you seen
Let's
that
let
going
him
around?
get a
Have you
shot.
seen that going around?
No.
Everyone wants Michael Irvin to be a head coach because of his
Who's
hype
everyone?
speeches. Go on social media. It's been all over my Instagram reels and TikToks.
No.
I'm serious. I'll show you tonight.
That's
It's actually
the
a push.
single most ridiculous
I
thing.
swear to you, people are pushing for it because of his hype speeches he gives on the morning picks every Sunday before morning game day or whatever it's called. I think it's hilarious. But no, Phillip Rivers is not a name I thought we'd be throwing around. But
No,
but
absolutely not.
I think it's fun to even think about. Let's throw it out there. What teams?
None of them.
If
None of them. I
Giants.
can't see it at all. I can't see it.
I was thinking
the
that too,
Giants.
just because of the history with the draft and everything that happened with that.
No way.
Tell me that would
No
be some funny
way.
shit. Tell
Oh,
me that
it
would
would
be
be
some
funny.
funny shit.
I don't think he would
Full
do it.
circle moment.
I don't think he would do it.
I don't think he would either. Just
I don't think they would do it.
I wouldn't do it as the
Oh, they would do
franchise.
it. You kidding me?
I don't care what he did as a quarterback.
They
Doesn't
do.
mean
They
he can
do all
coach.
this ridiculous stuff.
There's no saying he can coach.
Exactly.
I mean, shit. We're
There's
looking
no
at
saying
Kevin,
he can't.
Kevin
coach.
O'Connell wasn't a
He
good
can't
quarterback.
coach.
Is a great coach.
Sean Payton.
Davis Webb, Sean Payton. There's another one I'm buffering on right now that I can't even think of.
Mike Vrabel.
Yeah, but he wasn't a quarterback. He was a damn good
Oh,
player
okay,
that also happened to
okay.
work as a
I thought
player.
a quarterback
I'm talking
was-
John
okay.
Harbaugh or Jim Harbaugh. I'm talking failed quarterbacks that do
Okay.
work as
Oh,
coaches.
okay.
Jim
But
Harbaugh
just-
has more career rushing yards than Bo Jackson.
Than Bo Jackson. But just because
That's wild.
just because you're a quarterback in the league, a good one, I'm going to say, it doesn't mean you're going to be a good coach because coaching's different than playing.
Yeah.
And I think that's where Kevin O'Connell, Davis Webb, and those kinds of
Kingsbury
guys
was in the
were.
league for a second.
He
wasn't
was,
With
yes.
The Patriots, right?
Yeah, Patriots.
And
But look at
you already said O'Connell.
But look at the trend. Bad quarterback sat on the bench, analyzed the game from the bench, and saw how it works. Go on to be great leaders.
Yeah.
The guys that led the game don't mean they're going to be great. John Elway, I think we're going to keep going to it. Just because he won a bunch of Super Bowls and did one as a GM, which was great. He's the only player to do it. Doesn't mean it's an easy task to do. And he did say
Gary
one of the hardest
Kubiak,
things he
another
ever took.
coach.
Gary Kubiak. Oh my God, yeah, he was the backup quarterback to
Yep.
John Elway. God, see, like you can, history does repeat itself, but it's not pretty. Let's not let this happen in my eyes.
Aaron
I
Glenn,
don't want this.
Vance Joseph.
Yeah, I mean,
More coaches.
We could just keep going on. I don't think this is a name that we should do it, but it is fun to float around.
Okay. Well, in that case, Brandon Ayuk. Take notes on this one, buddy. Bengals corner Cam Taylor-Britt is serving 5 days in jail following a guilty plea for reckless driving on Tuesday.
I'm tired of talking about players doing dumb shit when they have the career
No,
made
like,
for
what
them.
is the matter with you people? Just stop.
I understand that some of you guys have come from trying childhoods, but you've made it out.
That's-
What do you keep doing? There's
Yeah,
no excuses anymore.
Stop. There's no reason
You
for
did the
this.
hard work. Just be a good citizen.
Yeah.
Right? Just don't be an idiot.
Go to work, make your money, play the career that we all wish we had.
Yeah.
Because now
I'll
we're-
take it if you don't want
We're
it.
sitting here talking about you because I'm not physically gifted nor athletically gifted. You have those traits.
Yeah.
Why are we
Use
doing
them.
this?
Use them for good, not evil.
I feel like that's all we talk about at least once a month in this
Yeah.
on the news is one of the players doing something evil. But
Yep.
yeah.
Money corrupts.
Mm-hmm.
Future Hall of Fame pass rusher Von Miller has announced he would like to play for Washington again next year, following a season where he put up like 9 or 10 sacks
Quietly.
on limited snaps.
Quietly.
Yeah.
Vaughn is my favorite player of all time.
Oh yeah.
The
I'd
line,
love to see him come back.
The line, though, of him saying every team he's on, I want one more year with them, breaks my heart. I either want him to end it in Denver or call it quits.
He'll retire a Bronco, but I don't think he'll ever suit up for us
There's
again.
just no room for him, unfortunately. But I don't like the fit in Washington. Now, granted, if he's happy, what do I care?
Yeah. Well,
But I just,
I remember last year
it never
when
feels right.
he first signed there. We thought it was going to turn into like
I thought it
one
was
of
gonna
the
be
best
massive.
defenses in the
Yeah.
league. And
Going based off of last
Washed.
season,
They're all
I mean, I
washed.
thought what Drake May's doing now is what Jane was going to be. I thought the defense was going to be what the Texans would be.
yeah,
It just didn't happen to play that way. Now,
fell
granted,
apart.
you could say injuries, but we had. And I'm going to say it now. Let's go on to it. Commanders and offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury are parting ways following a season that saw the team's offense rank 22nd in total yards, 24th in passing, and 4th in rushing. Not nearly as good as they were a year ago. Not nearly as close to what he
Now, how
showed
much
in
of
Arizona.
how much of this goes down to Jaden Daniels' injuries? I mean, he was out.
And you
for
can
most
say
of
a
it.
lot of it,
Most
but
of it,
in
yeah.
a good head coach as Dan Campbell, you have to sit there and say
Dan Quinn.
If Dan Quinn,
Dan
sorry.
Campbell.
I always do that. Dan Quinn. If the offense isn't producing, you can't sit and keep waiting for when they get healthy, we'll see if it works. When they get healthy, no, you got to keep it going until it works. You know, Jaden Daniels is there for good. You know that you got to keep giving another chance.
Yeah,
But
now,
Cliff Kingsbury, you don't have to give that another chance.
did
Yeah.
you guys see the news of Patrick Mahomes requesting?
I was just gonna bring that up.
Cliff Kingsbury to be the OC.
Oh, to be the OC, I did see that. Well,
if
and
Nagy
from
leaves-
college, I mean, it makes
Yeah,
sense.
it was his
It
head
does make
coach.
sense. But as we said,
I
a few
don't
weeks
want
ago-
that to happen.
But
Let
as
me
we
make
saw a
this
few weeks ago,
abundantly
I don't
clear.
see Matt Nagy getting an opportunity elsewhere.
Is that because he's in
don't.
your division?
And Andy Reid,
100%. Yeah.
that too.
That is
too,
terrifying.
yeah.
But
But I
Andy
just-
Reid, Cliff Kingsbury on the same coaching staff.
I just simply
no, thank
think
you.
that Matt Nagy, one, would get another opportunity, and two, there's too much comfort on the team of the Chiefs that Andy Reid will sit there and say that they suck because of the situation they're in the roster, not because of the coaching.
Nagy has no reason to leave.
But that's what I'm saying is
Yeah.
Andy Reid will never get rid of these players because of a lackluster season. He'll just simply say we need to get better and get new players.
Yeah.
So I don't see Nagy leaving for coaching opportunities, and I don't see him firing him. So I don't
No.
see a world where Cliff Kingsbury even comes to the division. So help me God, if he does, I'm going to cry. But I don't disagree with what the Commanders did. Now, was I shocked? Yeah, of course, a little bit. Part of me was like, wow,
Yeah.
this was what
I
I
didn't
thought
think-
was a
I didn't
great,
see it coming.
great staff. But you know what? Things in the NFL happen, and never
Yeah.
say never.
Yeah. Speaking of something we didn't see coming,
Speaking of
Oh
never
my
say
God.
never.
out of the blue, the Baltimore Ravens have fired longtime head coach
18
John
years.
Harbaugh, who's been running that
Our
that
time-
team since I was pretty much born.
We were 3. I think,
One.
since he was
I
head
was one.
coach.
He's been there 18
Two.
years.
2. Yeah, I mean, I was at dinner tonight at Cane's when I saw it on my phone and you guys texted the group chat and I saw an ESPN notification.
Yeah.
And then seconds later, you were typing.
Yeah.
I was a few minutes into the Elway doc, and I opened the thing, and I'm like, I
Yeah.
got to go to the NFL Network. And
I
see
saw
what they're saying.
ESPN's notif.
Like,
I saw
what?
Dom typing, and I went, there is no way in hell this is real. I opened my Instagram, and I mean 30 straight posts of John Harbaugh has been fired.
Yeah.
Super Bowl winning coach in 2012 has been fired. I'm
And
like, what?
Let me tell you how ridiculous this is. In the 18 years he has been the head coach of the Ravens, he's gone to the Super Bowl once, playoffs,
Won it.
12 times?
A lot.
In the past
surprised it's
4
not more.
years.
He's produced a two-time MVP quarterback out of Lamar. You had a great pass attack with Joe Flacco. Some of the greatest defenses we've ever seen in NFL
This
history.
team has had so many identities under
multiple
him,
Hall of Famers.
and they all worked.
Multiple Hall of Famers.
Oh, yeah.
Even this year, they started off the season 1-5 with a defense that let up the most points and was going to break records for the worst defense ever.
Now, here's the good thing with
And turn
this.
it around.
Now, as shocking as it is for us to sit here and be like, wow, I don't want to sit here and play the sorry card for John. He's getting hired in a month.
Oh,
100%.
absolutely.
Shit, he might be hired next
Within
week.
hours, he was talking with the Giants.
John will be, dude. The Falcons
wild.
very well could be a spot for him to go. The roster's there. The roster's in place.
I like that.
I don't think he's gonna want to take on Dart, but I think he'll gladly take on Kirk and Penix and figure out what he can get out of it. And if it goes shit, you've got the draft picks, you've got the roster.
They'll let him figure it out on
Re-sign-
his own.
Re-sign Kyle Pitts. The defense is not in a bad
I
spot.
like
I've
that.
been saying, I said it in the clip in Walmart. The Falcons got the roster. John Harbaugh's the guy. He knows how to build staffs. He's cycled through DCs and OCs every 3 years on the Ravens.
Mike McDonald.
Mike
Mike
McDonald,
McDonald,
he produced
yeah.
that. This guy knows how to identify talent. I understand what the last 3 years have been. That famous saying he said in the locker room, who's got it better than us? And I understand you got a couple years of sour results, but you're John Harbaugh. You won a Super Bowl. You've done this for 15 years of greatness.
Yeah.
You've had 3 or 4 okay to bad years. There will be a team. Hell, if if I was in this situation, I'm hiring him right now.
When
I
it
might get rid of
comes
Sean Payton.
to Baltimore,
That's a far stretch, but
what coach can they find that's better?
that's my big
None
point,
right
too.
now.
I think that whoever hires Harbaugh won more than the Ravens won in this.
Absolutely.
I understand what just happened. But is firing John Harbaugh, I understand, new start, new face, let's call it whatever it is. But you have your long-term quarterback. Your defense is in enough spot. Get a couple young guys.
Derrick
Get
Henry's not getting
Roquan
any
healthy.
younger.
Get Roquan healthy. The defense is not going to go anywhere. The offense, put some damn effort into the receiving core.
Yeah.
Get a running back for the next 4 years so that Derrick Henry in 2 years, when he's out, you're not shocked sitting there like, what are we going to do?
Yep.
And you're still okay. You have a quarterback like Lamar that you're not going to come around much more. You get one or two
this
of
is
them
it.
in your
Once in a
franchise
generation.
history. So for Harbaugh, it's more like, did he win or did the Ravens win? He won more than anything. So anyone saying the Ravens are going to go on to this new era, get a new head coach. You have the quarterback in place. Why would you get rid of the head coach? You had one season. It came down to a kick. You fired your coach over a kick? Lamar made the play that was needed.
By a rookie
Tyler
kicker,
Loop
mind
was
you.
a rookie
Mind you,
kicker.
if Justin Tucker hadn't been up
rookie
to
kicker.
activities, they might have been in the playoffs.
Hey,
I don't- I
If
just-
Deshaun Watson wasn't up to activities, maybe Kevin Stefanski would never have gotten fired.
That trade would have never been made.
I
the
don't.
Texans would still have
I don't
him.
know how
Yeah.
you fire
Where would
John
CJ
Harbaugh.
Stroud go? This is a domino effect.
I don't know how you fire John Harbaugh. I sit here. And it goes
I have
on.
no words.
More,
There's nothing I can compare
more
it to.
stupidity that's gone on in the league in the last 8 hours.
Christ,
I mean,
Mike Tomlin still has a job.
I read this.
As he should.
I read this. Yeah, and that's the thing, though. Let's go down. No.
Oh, here we go.
I'll say it for the game. I won't even say it now. I'll get on to some more stupidity. Today, I saw this report, and I texted Nick. Put it in the news immediately. And I thank you so much for giving it to me. Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa was asked if he wants a fresh start next season. And his answer, in quotations, that would be dope. My brother, you just threw away your career. A lot of teams in this league, I don't think, I could be wrong, don't think are going to take you on as quickly as you might think, considering your behavior this year, your leadership skills, and your injury
Look
history.
at where Tyreek ended up.
I'm not going to say you're a bad quarterback, but simply your health is the biggest concern.
Yeah.
So you compile that with this year's behavior issues, and you see that
Might be as a result of
and you
those.
see the head coach is still in
health
place, but
issues.
now Tua's on the way out. What does that tell you?
That team's a dumpster fire and nobody wants Tua.
But it tells you the quarterback's more the issue than the head coach might be.
Oh, yeah.
So Tua, you can think this. Joe Burrow's probably thinking it. You don't tell the media. You do what Burrow does. You give them what they need with a long, big line of interpretation.
Yep.
Unless you just
Leave
flat
it
out
easy.
Hint
say,
at it.
Hint at it.
unless you flat out say, I might retire. I don't really like
Yeah.
playing.
You never go out
fuck
and
was
say,
that, Joe?
you never go out and say, that would be dope. Those aren't even quarterback
I've never
words.
seen a player do that.
Those aren't even quarterback words.
That's CTE talking.
That's like
whatever
when,
it is talking is no longer a starting quarterback in this league as
it's
far
like
as
when
I
Dan
see.
Campbell came out and said his own player needs a fresh start or new scenery.
Yeah,
I mean, do you even see another team going after him?
I
don't.
wouldn't if I were another team.
I wouldn't touch him.
I love to as a player,
You
but
wanted
hey,
him in the draft that year.
Cardinals.
I wanted him a few years ago when they were looking to trade him. I just don't trust his injury history.
Cardinals?
Stop.
I don't like that at all.
Stop.
I like
that
it at
would
all, but-
be. That would.
I would
I
love
think-
that in my
face.
division. I would
think-
laugh
Oh
so
yeah, I bet
much.
you would. Go to the Raiders, Tua. Let's
I
go.
think
Oh,
I could see that.
Shit.
I low-key, I'm not
low-key
going to
could
lie.
see that.
Whoever the hell goes, dude, Tom Brady, if he hires or he has part in hiring, I could see them dumbasses being like, go get Tua. He has a winning idea. He'll figure it out. And then we'll go in there. He'll get hit a couple times. And we're going to have the same effect. And they'll get another top draft pick.
It'll just be
Anyways,
an endless cycle.
long story short, Tua, this is not how you do it. But who am I to talk?
To finish off our news for today, the Lions have fired offensive coordinator John Morton after just one season.
Well,
I mean, absolutely. You look at what Ben Johnson did with this
Couldn't say
team
better.
Yeah.
last season, and it was phenomenal. Brought that virtually the same Lions team all the way to where they did. And then this year they come out and have what?
One seed, they were 15-2.
Yeah.
and not only that, what does that say? Look at the Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the Ben Johnson effect.
Yep.
Now, look, don't get me wrong. Caleb's doing his thing. Byproduct of Ben Johnson.
Absolutely. He had that talent last year. We just
Ben
didn't see
Johnson's
it.
the guy that everyone said, why are you wasting draft picks on more offensive pieces? Well, this is why.
This is why.
He went and got a second tight end, a third receiver. He added to the backfield. He solidified every piece around Caleb to make it that much easier so that when it came down to this point right here, he could look you in the eye and say, I may not have dominated every single game. We may not have blown our opponents out. But you will sit there and look at Ben Johnson and say, you were the reason for the Lions' success, and you're damn sure the reason for the Bears' success.
Yeah.
And there is no question about it. So, I'm not surprised by it, but you could argue this is the Ben Johnson effect, both good and bad.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Moving on to our games. Our first one was
Oh my
Saturday
God.
night.
19 rushing yards.
It was bad. It was a scrappy game.
We had the Bucks and the Panthers facing off for what could have been a division title for the
They
Panthers.
basically played in a hurricane.
But the Bucks, yeah. The Bucks came out on top 16-14, meaning we had to rely on the Saints and Falcons to tell us who the division champion was going to be. This game was horrendous.
Just look at the stats. You want to say them out loud, Nick?
Total yards, we had 338 for the Bucks, 285 for the Panthers. That's total. That's not passing or rushing. That is everything. Passing for the Bucks, they had 198. The Panthers had 266. Rushing yards, the Panthers had 90. And the Bucks had 140. Average yards per play, 5.8 for the Panthers, 5.1 for the Bucks.
And when you look at these next coming stats, you really sit there and wonder, if I didn't see this game, you would think, wow, they're moving the ball.
21
Somehow.
first downs for the Bucks, 16 first downs for the Panthers, 1 for 8 on third down for the Carolina
And then the
Panthers.
Bucks, look at this. 8 for 15. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. Then the ball just simply was not in anyone's favor. The weather had more control than I think any coach
The final
or player
score of
did.
16-14 in a divisional game tells you all you need to know.
Yep. Slap on the 100 yards and penalties.
Now, look, I mean, jokingly, I said earlier this could have been Baker's last game.
Oh my
Nick-
God, the
Nick-
time of possession. 37 minutes for the Bucks, 22 for the Panthers. Wow.
I
That's
mean,
lopsided.
like I said, so I joked about this being Baker's last game. Surprisingly, in this ugly ass game, Baker looked better than he has in the last month.
Yeah.
I mean, the plays he was making to Kate on, I think it was in the end of the first half. There was like 11 seconds left. He jukes out like 3 defenders, runs to the line of scrimmage, flicks the ball to Kate on, gets the first down. Great quarterback play. Evades a ton of sacks, collapsing pocket, terrible offensive line. Old receiving core. Is this Mike Evans last year? Who knows? I'm not going to say it
think it
is,
will be.
but just throwing it out there. Baker kept making plays, and by no means was this pretty. But with the circumstances he had in terms of weather, I don't know if you watched it. It was downpouring.
Yeah.
These players looked like they didn't know what they were going to do. They're like, I don't know how to fight the rain and the defender playing against me.
Yeah.
And they made what they could do out of it. And in this moment is where you see Baker, and it's like, again, that's why we respect him in this league. That's why he has this contract.
Yeah.
It was not pretty. Now, am I a Bucks fan? Am I happy? No. But you're looking at the season as a whole. You're wow, we won 9 games. And then you look at Baker's performance, and you sit there and say, well, he was hurt 3 times this season. He had all these odds against him. He lost his OC, who's now in the playoffs for a team that hasn't seen the playoffs
Big
in
time.
God knows how
3
long.
seed.
That tells you a lot. This is a lot bigger than just the Bucks and Baker took a step back.
Yeah.
Now, Nick, I'm going to bring up a point that you offered in our personal conversation.
Please do.
Is Todd Bowles out after this season?
He needs to be. He needs to be if they want any chance of competing. I think the Jets figured it out, and I think the Bucks are very quickly going to figure it out. Todd Bowles is not a competent head coach in the National Football League.
Dom?
I'm inclined to agree. You have a start. Well, at the same time, you look at the start the Bucks had this season. They started one of the most explosive teams offensively. Baker led the MVP frontrunner. I mean, something fell apart. And I think it was injuries to blame for that.
I think a lot of it, like I just said, though, could be even the fact that there was just a change in coaching. Todd Bowles has nothing on that offense.
Yeah.
Liam Cohen, I don't think people truly understood. And I said this before he left the Bucks and got on that plane and had the whole scandal. It's on our TikTok page and Instagram on a clip.
Yeah.
I said that I loved Liam Cohen a lot more than I think people gave him credit for. And I don't think people ever realized how much fingerprints he had on that Bucks offense and the relationship he held with Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
There's a reason he almost didn't get on that plane and go to Jacksonville. He knew what him and Baker had in that city and in that locker room. But Liam Cohen sat there and said, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for me and my family, and I think I can go get it done with Trevor Lawrence. And boy, did he
sure
do that.
did.
And he sure did it. So I think there's more here, and this is why I agree with Nick now, because originally I was more with where I think your head was at too. Can you really get rid of Todd Bowles and take a risk on not getting a head coach as good as him right now? I mean, he's still getting 8-9 wins. Can you get that out of another guy? You don't know. But I think what you can say is, well, Liam Cohen's what gave us the 10-11 wins, made us compete with the Lions last year. You have to go search and take the risk of not having this guy anymore to get the next Liam Cohen.
Yeah.
And that's why I agree with you on Todd Bowles needs to be out. I don't know when they fire him. I don't know if it even happens. I think this is going to be something where there's a lot of meetings. This might be one of the last firings you see if it even takes place. But something's got to change in Tampa Bay because the team is still relatively
It's getting
good.
stale.
That's the proper word. It's not bad, but you're approaching mediocrity, if not a little below it.
Yeah.
And you can maintain and if not fix with the head coach change if it's the right guy and you get a couple pieces in the offseason.
Joe Brady.
But that starts, I like that, but that starts with changing the face of this team. Not Baker, but Todd Bowles.
Yep.
Now, eventually, you're going to be faced with this question. I hate to break it to you. We're approaching the end of the Baker hype train. We got about a year or two left, I think, of great play.
Do we want to revisit Brock Purdy versus Baker Mayfield?
In these last 4 weeks, I told you, and Dom said it on last week's episode, we're finally seeing what the money they paid Brock for was, but the return shouldn't have taken this long.
Yeah.
So I take that with what you will, but I think it's fair to say, and call me crazy all you want, I think you're going to be faced with Arshadi in the next year or two. Baker's on the way out, whether you like it or not. You need to sit there and be a realist.
This is year
and look
7?
in the future and be like, wow, Baker's been good for 3 years, but is Baker the next 3 to 5 for this team?
Especially
No.
with his play
No.
style.
That contract was this next 3-year window, and you're approaching the damn near, if not end of it.
I don't know if they.
So I think
they just let him walk.
similar, and you can do that, but I think similar to the Raheem Morris thing, go get a new head coach, or if Todd Bowles remains, you need to get a damn good idea and vision in place from the front office. Go draft a kid, let him sit under Baker, and as Nick said, play the contract out. Whatever happens, happens. He's your guy. He built the leadership there. People have bought into him. They're going to keep playing for him. When Baker leaves, you then transition to that new guy. And if that doesn't work, then you blow it up completely.
Yeah.
Then I think that's when you get
This
the full
is
transition.
still a championship caliber roster.
It
A
depends
lot
on
of the
management.
core guys who were
Management.
there for that Super Bowl are still there. Obviously, Tom Brady's not there.
Depends
That's a
on
big
management.
loss.
I think
But they still have Evans, Levante David, Chris Godwin,
When you add
Vita
Bucky
Vea.
Irving to that, who's an amazing talented
Yeah.
running back. And
Now, here's another piece of this. And people are going to say, well, he's not that good. I think he is that good. Rashad White. He
Oh,
tweeted,
yeah.
peace out.
He's pretty much gone. He's got one foot out the door.
I think that's a good back. I'd go get him this offseason, if I'm not mistaken. So
I'd be so down for that.
there are pieces of this team that they have to regroup. Now, like I said,
That seems like a Broncos.
I
kinda
think
move.
Todd Bowles is the guy you start with, but
I like that.
there are more pieces in play. I think about everything. I love the offseason. That's my thing.
yeah, and I mean,
It's so much fun.
It
you
is.
look at what
It's
the
stressful,
Panthers
it's fun.
side
Oh,
of
yeah.
the ball is doing, and it's honestly amazing how
If we
what
didn't
they're
talk about
doing
them,
with
yeah.
how little they're doing.
Dave Canales, me and Nick said last week,
He
hate him or
might be the
not,
GOAT.
he is a good coach for what he has.
I mean, look at Jalen Coker, 6 catches for 47 yards. Who even is this guy? Tommy Tremble.
Well, when Xavier Legette and Tet McMillan aren't showing up and Bryce Young isn't hopping on the ball and following the
Yeah,
culture
but
that
Tet
Cam Newton-
McMillan already has franchise records.
That's sad.
That's very sad
That's
for
sad.
the franchise, but
But when they're
good for
not
him.
playing to the ability in which they
Well, he has
drafted them
rookie
in,
records.
that's true.
That's true.
But when they're not
Steve
playing,
Smith holds
so-
pretty much every receiving record.
when they're not playing up to the standard of which they drafted them, which is first and second round talents,
Yeah.
it's very frustrating for a coach as Dave Canales because he's the guy who gets the effect, not these players. These players are on a 4-year contract; they're going to stay.
Yeah.
Now, Dave Canales is left with the ultimatum and the decisions that me and Nick keep discussing both in our free time and on this show. What do you do with Bryce Young? You are such in a shit situation that I, honest to God, feel so bad.
He's so up and down, but you gotta do.
He did everything he could. He benched him. He brought him back. You drained every drop out of that rag. You're not getting anything left. You saw the most you're gonna get out of it.
Yeah.
And the exclamation point on all of it for you this weekend. And you can say that I'm just being a hater because of Cam Newton and everything that I know about it. He didn't jump on the ball. It's not working. He's not winning. He's not living up to these big moments. These upset wins that Dom's brought up a few times are not sustainable. Why do you think teams like the Seahawks, like the Rams, like the Broncos, these teams are still up there? They may not be pretty when they win, but they're doing it. The Panthers aren't doing that week in and week out.
They were able to overcome their mistakes.
They had a losing record.
They are brought up in conversation with on any given Sunday.
Division
That's not a playoff team.
Not. It's a losing record.
And that's not a playoff team. When you say when you have to use a team in a sentence every week, it's any given Sunday, that is not a true playoff team. And for David Canales, I refuse to believe that it's his fault. All his fault.
It's not.
Because he is a good coach.
Yeah.
And I can't even believe he mustered out this many wins with this team. I honestly God can't.
I didn't see them competing for the division at all.
And even if they are first round exits, I still give him flowers. I still give him flowers.
100% a successful season on his part. Not on the team's
Because
part.
I wouldn't even want to manage the Bryce Young situation moving forward.
Yeah.
But
I'd cut him, trade him, do something, get rid of him. It's not going to work.
you have to. There's nothing else to do. Unfortunately, it's going to suck for Bryce and the family and the fans and the attachment. You got to do it. And that's life.
Yeah.
Change has to happen.
Yeah.
At some point or another.
So bringing it into Levi's Stadium in California, the Seahawks took on the 49ers in a very high-scoring offensive matchup with a score that ended 13-3.
I expected this. And this isn't a game where I sit here and say, well, the Seahawks and the Niners didn't live up to the hype. No, this is two teams that very much well understood what the stakes of this game were. This came down to, holy shit, who wants it more? Who's going to get the last punch? Who's going to stand up at the last second? Who's going to end up in the situation with the ball in their hands? And unfortunately, the Niners made too many mistakes they couldn't come back from. That pick off of a missed throw to Christian McCaffrey in the red zone, you cannot do that driving in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes to go.
So that wasn't even a missed throw. That was a tip ball.
Or tip ball. Yeah, tip ball. Sorry.
Yeah. Tip ball.
But it's just those situations, you can't keep making them. They can't happen.
49ers offense, these past 3 games in a row have been averaging around 45 points per game.
They look phenomenal.
Brock Purdy has thrown 5 touchdowns in the past 2 games to come out and put up 3 points.
I mean, we're seeing vintage C-Mac in these games.
Christian McCaffrey ran for 23 yards.
Yeah.
On I don't even know how many carries because Nick just put a shit emoji.
And that's a beautiful game plan by the Seahawks defense.
And for Mike McDonald to come out and not only after if you recall the very first game of the year when these rivals played each other, Seahawks lost on a Sam Darnold fumble on the very last play of the game. Mm-hmm. And now to come out and have this defense firing the way they were, they did not give up a yard.
They had a will to fight. There was a reason they showed up.
It.
They knew. And you know what it started off with George Kittle at the beginning of the week saying that wearing all black means ready to go kick ass.
Yeah.
And I think the Seahawks knew they had a target on their back. They're being held in the rankings as the best team in the league, but no one believes it. No one's buying into it. And the only way to prove that is by winning these games.
To be humble afterwards, too, in the press conference.
As he but
he got his ass kicked.
He did. Yeah. And they did. And like I said, so this 13-3 score needs to be talked about differently than what we're going to see out the Denver game coming up. Because this score was truly a physical game.
Absolutely. This game was a dogfight on both sides of the ball. However, looking deeper into Seattle, if you're going to make this playoff run, this score needs to be 30-3. 1 turnover in the red zone on the 5-yard line. 2 missed field goals. You cannot have that. That is absolutely inexcusable to have 2 missed field goals. One was from 20 yards away.
Completely agree with that, but again, I think that this is what we're going to see with every team in each conference in this year's playoff series.
Absolutely.
I think everyone is so equally matched, so equally drained and beaten after this long season that you're going to see these low scores. I saw that, Nick.
Yep.
These low scores of who can muster out the victory with the last few seconds.
Yeah, and they were talking about it during the game that this 1 seed is so important. Whoever won this game decided who took the NFC North. And for not the NFC North, the NFC altogether.
The NFC.
For Seattle to win this game and give them the number 1 seed, it gives time for Charles Cross to get healthy. It gives time for Kobe Bryant to get healthy. I mean, there's a lot of little injuries and bugs just going on.
I even stopped looking at the stat that we kept talking about where 50% of first seeds don't make the Super Bowl or win the Super Bowl. And I focused more on what you just said, that you got to take it where it matters most, and that's getting healthy.
Yeah, and 50% doesn't make it. 50% do make it. That is half of the teams that make the 1 seed.
You've got to take the chance.
Will get into the Super Bowl.
In the league, each conference runs through your stadium now, and rightfully so for Denver. And that's what people have a hard
Both
time
these teams are
wrapping their head
notoriously
around.
good at home.
Yeah,
Well,
Seahawks
Seattle's better on the road.
better on the road, but, I mean,
Lumen Field is
your
known for being one of the
fans-
loudest.
And this time, you want to play at home with that
absolutely.
crowd, that
Exactly.
stadium, that
Because
environment.
George, I think it was George Kittle or Christian McCaffrey came out and said it. They said this home field advantage means everything, not to have to get on a plane and go travel.
It's not
To
so
get
much
that
even
extra
the home
rest.
field advantage. It's not not even the home field like feel. It's the fact that they're not traveling, getting the wear and tear on their body.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They don't have to change, adjust times. They don't have to fly over 3 hours for an NFC West team. 3 hours is the minimum flight you're getting on.
Yeah.
That's a different time zone you're going into, and then that messes with the red eye effect and other.
Yeah,
other
and God
issues.
forbid you do move on, and you're not the first seed, and you're playing the Philadelphia Eagles, traveling all the way across country to the east. That is not going to set you up for success.
Exactly.
We watched it bite the Niners in the ass 2 years ago.
Yeah, and that's going to be a
So-
dogfight. So for this already unhealthy 49ers team to go out and have to play against Philly, that's going to be.
So no, when this
a
game
bad
ended, I
matchup.
can't lie, and I think me and Nick both texted you good shit, Dom, because when this game ended, I didn't sit there and say, "Wow, what a low scoring game, what a boring game." I sat there and said, "Holy shit!"
Well, you look
This
at Brock
game was
Purdy.
like a
I felt
heavyweight
bad for
boxing
him.
fight that came down to round 12.
Brock Purdy was under fire the entire game.
Yeah.
He got look at the very last play of the game. He got killed.
You know
he got a
what?
stinger.
I'm going to
on
say
it.
this: Purdy gained a lot of respect in these
Oh,
last 2 months of
absolutely.
football.
Oh, yeah.
Hell, the Niners. I mean, there was a point in week 5 or 6, even during the Mac Jones period, when they were still finding ways to win games. We were sitting here saying the Niners are not a good team. The
Yeah.
window's been shut. Figure it out, because neither Mac or Purdy are going to be the guy. And here we are now saying that they figured out
Fighting
to make
for
it
the
away.
1 seed.
They had a quiet,
game
great
here.
season. You're getting Fred Warner back, hopefully, for the postseason.
Yeah.
George Kittle's,
Yeah.
he's in the game. He's getting there. C-Mac showing flashes of what we need to see. But in this game, when you say C-Mac had a shit game, you got smacked in the mouth by a division
One of the best
rival.
defenses in the league.
And that.
Now
And
you
factor
look
that all together,
you
this is
look
what you
at
get.
the opposing run game in Seattle. Where's this run game every week?
Oh my God, Charbonnet and
It was
K9 were feeding
unstoppable.
off each other
They
like
were
no other.
averaging like 6 yards a carry.
Sharp would bounce off of a tackle, hit the boundary, and continue to go for another 5 or 6 yards. And I don't even know how he was getting movement.
Yeah, and then K9 third and 18.
And he hasn't looked this agile. K9 has not looked this agile all season.
Yeah, to convert a third and 18
And what a game
in
to
that
turn it
late
up.
third quarter.
What a game to turn it up. I mean, no better place.
Yeah. And then,
That's why I said this score is not a good representation of the actual flow of this game.
oh yeah, no,
This
it's not.
game-
It was so dominated by Seattle the entire time. I'm very
A
surprised
lot
the
of
score
reporters actually
isn't.
said that.
Yeah,
It's
it
not a
was.
good reflection of how the Seahawks played this
Yeah,
game.
it wasn't.
And that's
Because
why I sit here and I say it. This game was...
Seattle score should have been, at minimum, the score should have been 19-3 if it wasn't for the two
don't
missed
mi-
I
field
mean,
goals.
Yeah.
you dominated total yards. You dominated time of possession.
Every
I
single,
mean, you
virtually
held the
every
49ers
single.
to go 2 for 9 on third downs.
And this week
0 for 2
specifically,
on
don't look
fourth.
at the score.
Yeah.
You got the job done. Now look at the box score and see how you got that win, and it all makes
Yeah,
sense.
and for Sam Darnold to
Translates.
come out after that, the very first game, losing on that fumble, and to go 20 for 26, 198 yards, over 70%
Good stat record.
completion
That's game
percentage.
management winning a football.
Absolutely. He may
Control
not
the
be
ball.
a game changer, but boy, he's a game manager, and all he had to
But-
do was keep that offense in line. Which
I
is
hate
exactly
this.
what
I
he
hate
did.
this for quarterbacks like Darnold. I hate this for quarterbacks like Bo. I hate this for every quarterback in the league. There are games where you're not going to be Superman. You're not
absolutely
going to
not.
put the cape on and make the highlight commercial throws. You're going to sit there and protect the ball, move the ball, and set your guys up for success.
Yep.
In which he did for Sharp, JSN, and K9.
Yep.
He also kept the defense on the field for a good amount of time to keep them healthy, making plays.
Mm-hmm.
He moved the ball. He controlled the game. You're not always going to go out there and throw an 80-yard bomb so you can put it on an NFL commercial and hype up the game next week. That's not what I'm looking for.
And this is what we need
That's
to
what I'm
see
looking
Sam
for.
make do in the playoffs. By the
This
way, he earned $1 million in
is
incentives
able
in
to
this
be
game.
repeated.
Absolutely.
This is something you can do in the postseason.
Yes.
Those big ass throws are not something that's
And-
Yeah.
reliable.
Sustainability.
absolutely.
And that's what everyone, and that's the key thing to this postseason, sustainability. And now for Sam Darnold, 2 teams in 2 years, 14-3 record.
Only player to ever do it on 2 different teams, and one of 2 players to do it 2 seasons in a row.
Got to give the guy credit where
next to
credit's
Tom
due.
Brady.
Considering the start to his career, you got to give the guy credit where credit's due.
And JSN, oh, I love you so
What a season.
much.
What a
It's
season.
all right, I guess.
Did you see what he said about that? God, what's that 49ers corner?
Demondre
Lenore, yeah. JSN goes up to the press conference, at the press conference goes, I don't have time to respond to all my fans. Oh, I love
Yeah.
you, JSN.
Yeah.
That's a
you
guy
are
who's-
so real for that.
That's a guy who's
And
not
then,
really dialed in, but trying to make a comment.
have you
now.
seen that clip of him like just blocking him and just putting him right on
Oh,
his butt?
Yes.
Yeah.
All I get is Seahawk attitude.
Yeah.
I
wanna send
want
him
these
to you.
2 playing again in the postseason.
I don't.
That game would be sick.
For us, it's
oh,
for us
for
it's
fans,
insane.
yeah.
For fans, it's
For you, you'd be beside yourself.
Yeah, so you look at the postseason for Seattle, not to stick on them forever, but at the 1 seed, they're going to play the next lowest seed, which is most likely going to pair them up with another NFC West team, considering the Rams are the 6th seed, which I never thought I'd say, that the Rams are a 6th seed
Who we
team.
said was the
Rams.
best
It'll
in
be
the
the
league
Rams.
at one point in time.
And that is going to be a
nothing's
scary
really
game.
changed.
No, but we did at one point in time say they were the strongest team in the NFL.
By the way, NFC West is the only conference to early division to ever have 3 12-win teams.
Best division in football history, no
scariest
question about
division in football right now.
it. Easy, no
I mean,
question.
this division.
Only if the
is-
Cardinals were somewhat competent.
I mean, I felt like all year no one.
It's like the meme of the dragon.
You guys- That's true. Well, we won't even go into what they really are.
Yeah.
But,
I got a better name for him that I can't say.
That division has been so close all season that there was never a team in control.
No, it was hopping up and down. It came between one game.
I don't think we really ever discussed it because of how close it was every year. You could never say one team was in control, nor could they
Absolutely
say
not.
they were losing it.
No.
It really came down to, okay, week 18,
Literally the
what does it
last
look like?
game. The
Yeah.
very last game.
It
The
really- it
Rams
really
had
came
the
down to
chance
week
to
18.
take that division.
Who's going to take it?
So did the 49ers.
And good for Mike McDonald. I would want no other guy other than him to be the guy to have this kind of success.
Yeah.
To come out and make a defense like Seattle's defense, every single player on that
Well-
defense. Also, look at Seattle's draft picks in the past
I was going to say,
years.
it looks good because of last year. You lost Gino. You lost all these pieces. You replaced the OC, and everyone's like, what is he doing? They're going back. And then they have the cheaper offense. Everyone questioned this
You bring in
move.
Cooper Kupp, you bring in Sam Darnold, and
You were one of them. Everyone questioned it. And now here they are, ranked number 1 on Fox Sports going into the postseason
Sure.
as the strongest team in the 2026 playoffs.
yeah. Now that means nothing until they
2025
actually
technically.
wins games. But
And that's true. That is very true.
Yeah.
Right now, I would say it's a clean slate. Everyone's in the postseason. It's a new season.
it's
Records are
honestly
out.
it's
We've
gonna
seen
come.
crazy things.
Yeah,
The Giants have historically.
we've seen the Bucks
Raised
come
eyebrows.
from what
The
10
Beastquake.
Yeah.
7?
The
Yeah.
Seahawks were
Yeah.
8-8
Wow.
or 7-9 or whatever they were. They might have been 7-9.
And that's
Yeah.
another argument
They
to be
beat
made
the Saints.
for
Sean
both-
Payton and the Saints.
For both the Broncos and the Seahawks, is an argument to be made. Do not ever underestimate those. lower seed
Absolutely, you
teams.
cannot.
Never.
You
Oh,
cannot.
yeah. If we play how we've been playing the last few weeks, we will get beat.
And this is when
No
the
question
Rams need
about
to
it.
come out and think, hey, just because we're playing the Panthers and they're low seed, we lost against them once already. You don't know what Bryce
they
Young
might
you're going to
surprise
get.
you.
Yeah.
Dave Canales is not a pushover.
Yep. So,
Well, sticking with a similar theme, the Denver Broncos took on the LA Chargers to really solidify the first seed now because of our way of
What a
playing.
game.
you want to talk
And-
about total yards?
And the way we have controlled the last
No, I
4
don't.
weeks of football,
What
we
yards?
left the 1 seed up to us to win it, which also meant there was a lane for the Patriots and for the Jacksonville
Yeah.
Jaguars, a team that I
Who
never
both
thought
won.
would have an ability to say they were going to have the first seed this year.
Yeah.
Both teams were predicted to have 4 or lower wins,
Yeah.
and both teams mustered out one of the best seasons they've ever had. So it was
Both
our
of them
destiny.
won this week, by
It
the
was
way.
in our hands, and they both won. And it was in our hands to lock down that first seed by beating a divisional rival, which
Control
is never
your own
easy.
destiny.
But that was everyone's task this week. Go in, beat a divisional rival, see what you can do. We took on the LA Chargers led by Trey Lance, where they sat starters because they already got a clinched a playoff spot. So do I respect it? Yes. But more so what this says about the Broncos is, are there concerns? And I will say, yeah, there are some concerns.
110%.
But I have to enter this week with the first round bye saying we're in the playoffs. You've got the first round bye. You found ways to win 14 games. And in your 3 losses, 2 of them were by less than 3 points. One of them was a true ass kicking. You have to sit here and you have to understand that they got to get ready. And there is a world where they do get ready.
Oh, yeah.
And
We've
there is
seen
an
it this year.
opportunity where you will win.
They blew the Cowboys out of the water.
So I'm going to go into the
They
postseason
beat the Texans.
with an open mind. I will sit here and say, Sean, the pass game needs to open up. I love R.J.
yeah.
Harvey, and I love what Jaleel McLaughlin's doing. You either give R.J. Harvey the ball, or
No,
I
please
offer
don't give
this.
R.J.
You
Harvey the
make
ball.
Jaleel RB1 for the postseason.
Go ahead and read R.J. Harvey's little blurb I wrote.
Averaged 1.9 yards per carry.
Please do not give him the ball. Cut him, trade him.
And so I offer you this. You make Jaleel McLaughlin RB1 in the postseason. It ain't going to be pretty.
It doesn't have to be.
But what we saw was 3 carries on some of those drives that would go for 6 yards,
We've been
5
seeing
yards.
it all year since Sean let him dress.
He's
hungry.
have to attack this by what's working and not what you want to work for the future. We can worry about R.J. Harvey in the offseason and next season into the
Yeah,
preseason.
that's next year's problem.
Right now, we're trying to win a ring. Right now, you're trying to move on to
Especially
the AFC
if J.K.
Championship.
Dobbins comes back.
You have to attack this with who is the right guy. Hell, and if that means you're keeping Troy Franklin and Pat Bryant on the field and not Cortland Sutton, who's been in a slump the last 3 weeks, then that means you put the young guys up and give them the spotlight. I don't know what's going on with Cortland Sutton, but there's something not there. If it means Adam Troutman is taking tight end 1 because Evan Ingram isn't the guy.
Evan Ingram led the team in receiving this week, by the way.
Bo Nix led in rushing, which is an issue. That cannot happen in the postseason.
Yeah, as a bystander
But-
watching this game, when I tell you this had to be the most boring game ever.
This looks like the 2024 Broncos.
Yeah,
That's what this reminded me of.
It's just that the Broncos offense needs to capitalize off their defense. Their defense did everything they could to control this game.
The defense needs to really get locked in
They
and
did
dial in.
okay.
I mean, forcing a
That's-
team to 7 of
that's
20
giving.
on third downs.
Okay is a giving statement for the defense because I argue you're playing pitiful compared to what
I
you've been all
know.
season.
I think it's hard for your defense to do any more when you have such a lackluster
Okay,
offense. They have nothing to feed off of.
That's true in the sense that they've been on the field for too long. But I think when the defense is on the field and it's 3rd and 8,
The Broncos
they're not getting the crucial
Have
stops
the
they need
same
to get.
amount of first downs as the
So
Chargers.
but I understand I know what you're saying. I agree with what you're
The
saying.
Trey Lance-led
But
Chargers.
the
He couldn't
problem
throw a
is-
ball to save his life.
He overthrew
Every single pass over 5
doesn't
yards
that open
was
your
10
eyes a
yards
little
over
bit
everyone's
more
head.
to see the defense on a 3rd and 8 let up those 8 yards?
It's disgusting.
Yes, are they not feeding off of the? Yes, they're not feeding off the offense is feeding off.
But it's
going to
happen to every single defense.
But it happens
if-
in every game and every drive. The Broncos
problem
do
is
not shut out drives.
None of the 3 phases are feeding off of each other because they're all equally struggling.
My
And
problem,
that's a massive issue going
My
into
problem
the
with
playoffs.
the defense is we overlook the greatness of it at the end of the game when we see the score in the boxes and we say, well, they got the win, and here's these 3 moments of the game where they were dominant.
Oh, yeah.
But I
Here's
want
a
you-
Jaquan McMillan pick 6.
But
They
I
must have
want
done
you-
so good.
But I want you to genuinely look at the game from start to finish, watch the defense, and watch them struggle
That
until
was
they
the
get in the
only
red zone.
touchdown in the entire game. Was a
And
defensive
to say
touchdown
that
by
they're a
the
great
Broncos.
red zone defense is hard to be excited about because when the field shrinks, I hope that you're a good red zone defense. There's less field working with. An
Right.
offense will struggle when there's less field.
Why are you letting them get there in the first place if you're that good?
And now when you do that, you're allowing them to lead in time possession. Your offense gets cold. They're not on the field. Bo Nix isn't getting on the field. Receivers aren't getting in connection.
Bo Nix likes tempo. You can't give Bo Nix tempo if he's not on the field.
Now here's this. I don't like that he led in rushing, but what we saw from this game that I take away that must be in the playoffs is that Bo Nix
He
needs to use
finally
his legs.
used his legs. Yeah.
Bo Nix needs to be in design quarterback runs. Bo Nix needs to control this offense, not Sean Payton. I'm sorry, but this is where you will see what Bo Nix is built for, and this will tell you what the future holds for Bo. If he can handle a tempo drive multiple times in this year's playoff series, assuming we make it past round 1, and depending on how he plays in the first game,
Hey, we
I
will
hope you make it past
round
pound
one.
you
round
will
one.
understand
We are
what Bo's
guaranteed.
capable of. Bo needs to be given the uncomfortable pressure of running this offense, and it needs to be right now.
Because we
I
saw what
understand
happened in
he's
Buffalo
young.
when we tried to play it safe, and it did not go well
I
in the
understand
postseason
he's
last
young,
year.
but Bo Nix knows what to do in these situations, and he second guesses because he's not in control.
Right.
You can see that Sean Payton has his complete hand on the offense, and I'm okay with it.
At
during
times,
the
that's
regular season.
okay.
At times, it's at times. You've been in the league for 30 years. I hope you're doing it.
Yeah.
But at what point in time do you say, all right, Bo, you know what? You came to this league to be a leader. You came here to be the best
Throw
quarterback
him in the
there
deep
is.
end.
Go do it. Go swim. Like you just said, go do it.
Take the leash off.
I want him in the first scripted series of this game. You say, you know what, Bo? Give me your best 12 plays. Tell me what you want. We're going to run them.
Take your headset off and tell him it's not working. Let's see how he
It's
starts
bold. It really is bold.
sink or swim.
But I can tell you this.
Let's see what you're made of, kid.
I'm not nervous of that. But I'm more
I
nervous
think Bo
of,
would do fantastic. I have full confidence in him because we've seen it before.
I wouldn't say it if, and I'm not saying this because I'm just a Broncos fan. I'm saying this because I truly see it. Bo's got it. But can he maintain it?
He has
and
that
be
it
consistent?
factor.
Yeah.
I mean, take a look
it's
at
the
this.
eye test, man. It's there. I mean, it's
That's a guy that's batshit crazy.
if you're for what those of you wondering, Nick's wallpaper is Bo Nix when he looked at the Raiders last year and said, "I fear nothing."
Damn right.
And you good? You
I
know
got
how to
the
use
wrong,
technology.
wrong window up.
You know how to use
Time out.
technology. There we
go.
go. But no, I do believe in the Broncos, assuming they handle this the right way. And I do believe Sean in the press conference when he said we will be ready. And he
We
said,
will be.
and he said,
I
he
feel
said this.
confident.
He said, "There's nothing to be happy about as a coach."
Damn right.
And
there's
you're
not.
fucking right.
Not in
There's
this
nothing to be
game.
happy about. You walked away with a piss poor victory. Sure, you won the West the first time in 10 years.
No,
the
woo!
league,
It doesn't
the
matter if you
AFC
don't
runs
fucking win.
through Mile High Colorado and the Rocky Mountains, and damn sure runs through Bo Nix. And we all believe. But when Sean Payton looked serious and he looked pissed when he
Good.
said, "There's nothing to be happy about, but I promise you, we will be ready." I believe they will
It's my
be ready.
coach.
But it needs to be in ready for Bo Nix to be in control. I understand the defense is. Let Bo go take control of this team. We know the Orange Rush is great. We know when Bo's
Debatable.
on, Nick Bonito's on. We know when the Patrick's on, Patrick Tan's on. Let the offense go take control. Let this be their
They need to step up.
postseason.
We cannot have a Super Bowl 50 repeat run. It's never going to happen again.
No.
Not with the defenses in the AFC.
And we saw Bo. I saw that one meme. He's comfortable in the pocket. He trusts that O-line. Now let him go do what he's going to do with it.
Yeah.
Don't quit giving him what to
I
do.
mean,
And let him go make the decision.
Dom and I sat on the couch time after time after time after time. Bo Nix had like 5 seconds to throw the pass.
all day.
And nobody was getting open.
And that's
then
not a
it would
Bo
lead to
problem.
sacks.
That's not a Bo problem.
No, it is not.
Because
Well,
you can only
you
do so
can't.
much.
You
No.
can't make guys get open. You can't.
Now, before we move off this game, I do want to ask you guys, how did the Chargers fare as they go in on a Sunday night game this weekend to play the Patriots, who look hot as hell? I pray.
I took the
Patriots
Pats
whipped their ass, but-
because we haven't
but-
seen enough out of the Chargers and consistency to like.
People are going to be out here.
I
I'm going to say it
want
now.
both teams to lose.
I'm going to say this now. People are going to get mad at me for saying this. If
Yeah.
the Chargers lose this weekend, it's because I don't have faith or comfortability in Justin Herbert. I don't
Say it again for the people
have
in the back.
the comfortability or the trust or the faith in Justin Herbert. I trust Amarion Hampton.
Who would've
I
thought?
trust Jim Harbaugh. I trust the LA defense. I don't know that I trust Justin Herbert in the playoffs. I've seen one victory where I sit there and say maybe he's got it, but maybe don't cut it. Maybe don't win a Super Bowl. Maybe
Yeah, he hasn't won in the playoffs.
And I said maybe, and that's in that
Never.
first half. That first half against Jacksonville, where I said maybe.
Big whoop.
Maybe don't cut it. That doesn't win Super Bowls. That don't win you divisions. It ain't going to win you a first-round playoff victory. I think Drake May will
4
get the better of you.
interceptions in the wild card against
So
the
I'm going to say it
Texans last
here.
year.
I did pick the Pats. And my reason for it is I don't trust Justin Herbert in the playoffs. And I've said it here. I don't care about his size, what he's done, who he's dating, his stats, what he's done in the first 5 years of his career. I don't trust Justin Herbert.
Yeah, your mic's like popping or something.
Is it popping?
I don't know
It's
what you're
It's
doing.
this right here. Every time I hit the cord. Remember it started like 6 weeks ago?
Yeah,
I hit it for the
just
first
letting you
time.
know. Dom and I are making eye contact. Like, what the fuck is that?
How long did it start? I heard it at the beginning of the episode, but I haven't heard it in the middle.
No, it's fine until like just now.
Okay,
until
yeah.
you started like.
I thought you were
twisting the-
yelling too
I
loud.
was tightening it because of the knob right here. Every time I
Yeah.
twist it, it loosens. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree.
Is it Herbert?
Yep.
I don't know if
I
it's-
trust the coach. I don't trust Herbert.
Finally, somebody else agrees with me on this podcast. I have waited almost 2 years, and somebody finally agrees with me that Justin Herbert shits his pants when the lights get too bright.
Shall we repost the
Time will
first
tell.
clip to start off the 2025
Please do.
season?
Please do. And
All
let them
those
know
comments,
what
all
the
those
date
comments.
was.
Where are you at? Where's that energy?
Yeah.
Stand on business. What did you say to Nick that game? You said, what is Bo Nix going to
I
be
held
this
it for
year?
you.
He was your first seed NFL quarterback in the AFC. He led the Broncos to the first AFC West Championship in 10 years. He has the first round bye, something Herbert has not done, and he's been in the league for 5-6 years.
Bo Nix has never not made the playoffs.
True.
Bingo.
So true. My
Stats
favorite
don't
He's only
lie.
been
stat.
in the league for 2 seasons.
Stats don't lie.
Tom Brady missed the playoffs in his career. Bo Nix never did.
Yeah. You know,
Bo Nix has never had a season with less than 10 wins.
face it.
He tied the franchise record for most wins in a season with the 1998 Denver Broncos.
He
When they
brought
went,
light back to the Rockies. The sunlight is finally shining on the other side of them mountains.
oh, yes, it
and
is.
it burns a fucking hole in those Chargers fans' ass.
I hope the stadium doesn't set on fire again.
I hope not. That's only something that Russell Wilson can do.
Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Don't let Russ cook.
Well, my second favorite team.
Oh,
the
he said it.
Steelers.
Yeah,
That's
let's
why I
get into
gave
it.
him this game.
This is the
Played
game
their
that we want to talk about.
Division rivals. John Harbaugh's last game with the Ravens.
Crazy.
Who would have
the
thought?
Steelers
That's
Who would've
crazy
thought?
when you say it
We
like
sat
that.
here saying it was
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers' last game. Nope.
Yeah, we had no idea.
Yeah.
John Harbaugh, goodbye.
The Ravens lose 26-24 off a missed
Heartbreaker.
kick by their
That was the
rookie
game of the
kicker.
week, by the way.
Can't even
Yeah.
be mad at Lamar Jackson.
Gave you only $5.
I know.
Lamar Jackson completing 11 of only 18 throws, throwing for over 200 yards and 3 touchdowns with 1 pick. And Derrick Henry,
Pretty damn
another
good.
100-plus rushing
He was
yard
pretty damn
game.
good.
Zay Flowers, man,
was
putting the
pretty damn
offense on
good.
his back with Lamar in the fourth quarter with 8 minutes to go. I mean, come on.
I mean, Isaiah Likely left out of the stat line, but still a guy who came up clutch in
Yeah,
that
he
very
made some
last
big plays.
drive.
I mean, there
And-
was a point in this first half where the Steelers could not move the ball more than 3 yards.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And then the second half starts. And you see Jalen Warren get going.
You
Pat
see-
Freiermuth gets going.
You see Aaron Rodgers
yeah.
get a little bit worried that this may be his last career.
He gets
NFL
a
game.
little. He gets a little warmed
You
up.
saw him put
You saw
that
the
team
wrist start
on his
flicking,
back.
and it started clicking for the Steelers.
Oh my God, that's a good saying.
The wrist started flicking, and it started clicking for the Steelers in Pittsburgh.
He
Put
started
that on the
getting.
t-shirt.
He started
what I
getting
do.
his
It's what I
guys
do.
involved, and for Aaron Rodgers to throw 31 of 47 for almost 300 yards and a touchdown, it's not how he did it; it's the way he did it, and it
Now,
was.
Can I
good.
propose something?
It's not how he did it; it's the way he did it. I
Yep.
was not like the same thing.
No.
Well, let me
Well,
let me steer,
propose what
let me
you're
steer- let me steer the show back on the right track. Did the Steelers win this game, or did they get lucky?
They got lucky.
Because everyone's saying, and I think Aaron Rodgers knew it when they asked him at the end of the game, had the Ravens kicked this field goal and made it, this is a whole different line.
Had
of
Chris
script.
Boswell made the extra point,
Extra point, yeah.
he was shitting his pants. I guarantee
Yeah.
you.
I
When
want
Isaiah
people,
Likely made that catch at the end and they drained that
I
clock
want
down.
people to understand the Steelers did not win this game. The Ravens blew it.
Oh yeah.
Now I
No,
don't
no, I
agree.
disagree. I completely disagree with that statement.
Lamar
and
had
this
a
is
beautiful
why
fourth quarter.
the Steelers won that game. The Steelers defense blew it, letting up 2 huge throws on that last drive.
It's Lamar Jackson.
It's Lamar Jackson being the guy he is with
It
Zay
was
Flowers.
2 different drives with 2 completely busted coverages. Guys, with nobody within 20 yards of them.
But that's
It's gonna happen when
that's
you
the
play
Mitch-
MVP level talent.
That's the
No.
mixed match you get with
If
Zay
you let-
Flowers.
If you get anybody this wide open, any quarterback except maybe Bo Nix
Yes,
can
but-
complete that throw. Because Bo Nix
Bo
likes to
Nix
overthrow one guy and underthrow
has
another.
is tied for the most.
I know. I'm joking. Gosh, don't get all
20
butt
plus
hurt now.
yard
Don't get all butt hurt now.
completions in the
Don't-
NFL.
Don't
You know
get
who's
all butt
not
hurt now.
butthurt.
tied for first.
Get butthurt. It's deserved.
Don't get all
Sam
butt
Darnold.
hurt now. Weren't
Matt
you guys?
Stafford,
weren't you guys
Caleb
just
Williams,
saying
Bo
that
Nix.
those long downfield passes is not what's sustainable in the postseason?
Yeah.
I'm not arguing anything
Okay.
right now. This is you and him.
Okay. So, anyways, reel it back in.
Go back in. Let's get back on
The
track.
Steelers made the game-winning drive, punched it in the end zone, and then their defense came out and absolutely
Calvin
shit
Austin
their
was wide
pants.
open.
He was, because he juked out the guy. The guy fell on
He
his
fell
ass.
right down, dropped him.
But for the Steelers defense to come out, and I'm not even saying it was elite ball placement. It was
Haven't heard that in a minute.
Lamar Jackson
For real.
being great. It was just
was Lamar Jackson
blown-
being great.
No, it was blown coverage.
Isaiah Likely had a guy
Lamar
draped over
Jackson.
him.
Lamar Jackson on that throw to set up the field goal. Can I please reiterate? The offensive line was not blocking for Lamar. Lamar had to roll around 3 or 4 different freaking times to look downfield.
Yeah, and I'm
had
not-
to run up to the line of scrimmage and threw a fairy prayer ball up in the sky
Fairy
floater
prayer?
and just let that thing fly.
First
and it
time
got
I've heard that
caught.
one.
It got caught. I'm spitting words tonight. It got caught.
Spitting words.
It got caught. Set up that field goal. And unfortunately, your rookie for the first of his career was faced with the biggest moment of his life.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they came
Stuff like
out
this
before the
happens.
game and said
Lamar
the,
Jackson did his
the
thing.
one thing you can do is not set your rookie kicker up in this position. Because after all,
Why not?
You're getting paid to do that. That's the moments that make or break you. Now, I hope it doesn't
Absolutely,
break you.
I absolutely
now,
agree.
I will
You need
say
to make
this. I
that
don't agree
kick.
with fans going to his fiance's Instagram and sending death threats and
No,
finding
that's
him and shit.
fucking
That's
ridiculous.
fucking
Yeah,
terrible.
they did that to Mark Andrews
Terrible.
last year too.
It's stupidity. It happens every year to someone.
Every fan base does it, and it's
Yeah.
equally as embarrassing and ridiculous. No
it's
matter
embarrassing
who does
because it's our own people
it. Yeah, it's people just like us
who love the game.
who can sit here and type whatever they want behind the screen, but they won't say it on.
But
a
choose
podcast
to use
face
their
to face.
words for the worst uses and not good cause.
And I guarantee you, they're all making like
We're doing this for
troll
good
accounts.
conversation and entertainment purposes.
They're all
doing
making
it for
troll
hate.
accounts. They won't do it from.
Oh,
their names.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
No, we do it from our actual freaking government name on
Well,
camera.
we don't. No, we don't do it at all. We
Well,
don't
yeah,
send
no,
death
but I'm
threats.
saying we use our voices and talk about what we say.
We say our
but for
opinions
good
out
use.
loud.
For
Well,
good use.
I was beefing with somebody in the Instagram comments
Good.
because
Some of
somebody
these people deserve
somebody
it.
came out and said that Puka Nacua deserves Offensive Player of the Year over JSN.
What?
Well, I hate
Over-
YouTube. I hate YouTube with
Over
passion.
the fact
I've
that
watched 3 30-second crumble cookie ads. I hate that bullshit. Please continue.
anyways, they were
YouTube, in case you're wondering here on the Turf Talk podcast, Nick hates you.
YouTube, you suck butt.
Anyways, they were trying to argue that Puka Nacua deserves Offensive Player of the Year because he had almost as many receiving yards in less games. And I said to them, from my main account, if you cared to look up the stats of JSN in his yards per catch, maybe it would persuade your opinion as to why JSN is the Offensive Player of the Year by a long shot. when you have a quarterback like Sam Darnold who threw the ball 100 times less than Matthew Stafford and still had a leading receiver with JSN having more yards, mind you, JSN accounts for 44% of the Seahawks' offensive yards. Anyways, the stats speak for themselves.
JSN is the offense player of the year.
Absolutely.
Oh,
No,
no
absolutely.
question about it.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I wanted to let you talk because that is a clip right there, and I want
Absolutely.
the comments to fly.
Yeah.
So be prepared to
Come at
defend
me.
that more.
Come at me.
There we go. Now,
Yeah.
Nick, go for it.
Make this full screen
Here's the
for you.
fairy prayer of a ball.
Oh, my God.
He threw
This
it.
was beautiful.
There's a guy right behind him.
And now is that Isaiah Likely just balling out?
You can't have an excuse or
Watch the throw.
justification
Watch
for
the
everything
throw.
good. Boom.
That's a good throw.
That is a good
It is
throw.
a good catch.
Then,
but
if
it's
I
a
remember correctly, does
fantastic
Lamar
throw.
not set them up in the middle of the hashes?
Yeah.
Don't they call a timeout? Lamar literally run. Yeah. Okay. That's what I
I
thought.
don't know
Yep.
if they're going to show it because it's
Yeah,
not
they
a
don't.
highlight,
But Lamar, the next snap is him kneeling it in the middle of the hash to set up their rookie in this make it or break it moment to make history and go on to the postseason in his rookie year.
Well,
But
maybe
no.
you should have left it on that left hash because maybe they would have made it if he did.
He's not even wrong.
He
He's really
has a
not
point.
wrong
He has a
because they
point.
missed it by 3 yards. You go
Yeah.
over 3 yards in that left hash
Yeah.
where they were, maybe you win the game.
Yeah.
We have a different story right here. But we
It's
can't-
actually Lamar's
we
fault.
can't play the hypotheticals. I refuse. Refuse
The butterfly
that.
effect.
No, we're done talking about butterfly effects. I hate that. It's not fair to the players.
Anyways, I am so happy. I was so nervous that I was going to be Aaron
you
Rodgers
were
last
nervous.
game.
You were
Yeah.
nervous.
Yeah.
You saw my reaction to that bullshit kick.
Thank God Aaron Rodgers won because I
How'd your
cannot wait to
$500
watch him
bet
play
go?
another game.
Or 15 to win 5.
I won a separate bet. I took my $190 I had in my portfolio that I won. I put it in my bank account and I deleted Kalshi.
You actually deleted it.
Yep, it's gone.
Did you?
Yep.
I'm so proud of you.
Yep. Thank you.
Keep those earnings.
Disappointed.
I made a profit and I'm done. I'm
Keep those
retired.
earnings.
I'm
going out on
disappointed.
top.
I'm betting on the postseason. Like you better believe. You people are
Keep your
degenerates.
earnings. Keep your
betting.
earnings.
You
I
need
made
to
a
keep
profit.
betting.
I made a profit.
Hey,
I'm
if there's
going
anything
out
you
on
learned
top.
in this episode, open up Kalshi or whatever betting service you use and keep on going.
Nope.
Chase
This
your
guy
dreams.
supports
When you
gambling
strike gold,
addictions.
get
Chase
out.
your
You
dreams.
are not striking gold twice.
Whoa, I struck gold. I struck gold once. Now I'm chasing bigger batches.
Yeah, well, now you're no longer making a profit.
And when I am making profit, then what?
You haven't. You are not even at zero.
Mark this word. Or mark this moment.
Mark this word.
Mark this moment. Sorry, the CTE's kicking in. My concussions are
So
getting
we
crazy.
got to stroke gold and mark this word.
I struck gold once, okay? I then lost that batch of gold. I'm now searching. I am seeking. I will hunt down a bigger bar of gold. And when I then win that bigger bar of gold, then what will you say?
Congratulations.
That was a good little
Good for you.
line there. I don't know how I got that
I
out.
hope you do.
Can you just be proud of how I got that out? Like, properly. I'm proud of myself for getting that out. I've hit my
Sure,
head a
sure.
couple times the last few days. I ain't gonna lie to you. Last night, I had a
Bro,
car door hit me in the
We're
head.
gonna make you wear that helmet permanently.
It doesn't fit.
It doesn't matter. We're gonna
I
make
need,
it fit.
I need a padded helmet, not a football
We're
helmet.
gonna make it fit.
You're gonna give me more concussions by squeezing it on.
Nope.
Nick, NFL head coaching vacancies.
Wow. We're just okay. We're just moving on.
Well, we
Yeah.
got to because we're having
So
too much fun.
there are 7 current vacancies, potentially 9.
Potentially, hypothetically,
I think there should be if Todd Bowles and Mike McDaniel get fired.
Mike McDaniel
Mike
probably won't
McDaniel's
happen,
not. They
but,
already said he's not.
But Todd Bowles, yeah.
Todd Bowles needs to go.
Yeah.
The actual vacancies currently, as of Tuesday the 6th at 10:32 p.m. The Baltimore Ravens, the Las Vegas Raiders, the Tennessee Titans, the Arizona Cardinals, the New York Giants, the Cleveland Browns, the Atlanta Falcons.
and maybe
Maybe
Bucks.
the Bucks and Dolphins.
Maybe the Bucks.
Not the
I wouldn't
Dolphins.
even say the Dolphins.
Just the Bucks.
I would throw the Bucks in there as a potential hypothetical, but I would not even. I don't think the Dolphins are worth talking about right now.
I mean, there's quite the list of potential candidates.
I like the top one.
We have John Gruden, Brian Dable, Cliff Kingsbury, Joe Brady, Vance Joseph, Clint Kubiak, John
Dude, there's
Harbaugh,
a case there. There's a case
There's
there.
absolutely not a case there.
There's
a
No,
case
there's not
there.
a case there.
John
There's a
Harbaugh,
case.
Kevin Stefanski, Robert Saleh, Brian Flores, Raheem Morris, Philip Rivers, Matt Nagy, Jeff Halfley,
No.
Chris Shula, Lou Anarumo, Jesse Minter, and believe it or not, the Tennessee Titans have scheduled an interview with Jason Garrett.
Well, it's a Cowboys head coach.
Yeah,
So
the clapper.
I
That's
mean,
a Titans move.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure
as
is.
for the Titans, can you blame them not to interview anyone and everyone?
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Dude, if there's something he says in that interview, you never
Could
know.
you imagine if they somehow pulled off a trade from Mike Vrabel, how good a Mike Vrabel move would turn that franchise around?
The fact that you're gonna bring up that name and hypothetically throw the idea out there is wild. The joke that I've actually seen that joke on social media is just bullshit.
There's no way. There's physically
What a
no
reunion
way.
that would be. Win a Super Bowl with the Patriots.
Reunion?
year
He's
one
never
in a row.
been there.
Never. He never been there.
Could you imagine if they got Mike
Could
Vrabel?
you imagine if Vrabel was in the one?
He would turn that team around
Oh my
instantly.
God. Go get a Hall of Fame running back, maybe.
Dude, imagine if they had a guy like
fringe
AJ Brown.
quarterback?
He wants his way out, doesn't he?
Oh, I'm sure he does. He's been wanting to win out since week 1.
There we go.
There we go.
This is your plan. Go get a Hall of Fame running back, AJ Brown and Mike Vrabel, and the Titans will be the 1 seed.
So let's go with the most realistic conversation here. Of the teams with no head coaching in place,
Yeah.
where do you think John Harbaugh goes? Because I think that right there, no questions.
I
asked,
love the
will be
Falcons.
The first guy
I
hired.
love the Falcons.
You
for
like
him.
where my brain is with that?
But
But what?
does he want to see his brother twice a year and go take the Raiders job?
I can't see where he does that. There
With
no.
Tom Brady going against his brother?
But is the resources
With Tua?
is the resources truly in place?
Yeah.
The
I think they are
ownership's
now.
terrible.
I can't see him taking that
Because
risk.
here's the thing,
I
Brady
can't.
truly can't do much for that team until he gives up his broadcasting career. He can't do as
Yeah.
much as people
That's
want.
true. That's
So
true.
now when you take this head coaching job at the Raiders, you truly have to sit there and say, how much does Brady actually do for me? What can he do without statute of limitations?
Is Brady even good at this job?
Exactly.
The name doesn't mean he's
the
automatic.
name don't
John
mean
Elway.
anything. And I keep saying it, but it's the truth. So for me, the reason I say the Falcons be my most interesting one and why I thought
I
of
love
them,
that. I love that the most.
I thought of that first at Canes when I first saw the report. Well, I'm like, you know what? He will be hired immediately. This is not the end
yeah.
of John Harbaugh. We know that. The team that made the most sense was them. They've dished out the money for Kirk. That means that front office, even with a new GM, ain't scared to pay. And if you get John Harbaugh, man, you've got confidence that you'll get anything on that roster to work.
Yeah.
You'll restore the faith they once had. You'll keep the pieces in place that show hope. And you'll figure out the quarterback spot. Because arguably with the Ravens, the roster's been pretty lackluster everywhere else but the quarterback and running back.
Agreed.
And that is what the Falcons could be.
So this is why, right here, this is why we will not see John Harbaugh go to the Raiders. And that's because they are in debt to 5 head coaches
They have
already.
no resources.
They
That's
are
insane.
They are not going to take.
They're still paying John Gruden, by the way.
Yes,
He
and
had a
4
10-year
others,
deal
including
when he
Pete
got
Carroll.
hired
7
years ago.
million dollars
Absurd.
to Pete Carroll.
Absurd.
And they, not only, as Gabe said, don't have the resources, they are not going to take the risk on paying so much money to a guy like John Harbaugh. To, you know what I
Harbaugh.
meant.
Joe Burr.
They're not going to take in. They're not going to use up the remaining resources that they do have to pay a guy because
They're
they're
just
going to have
not
to pay him a
well-equipped.
lot of
Yeah,
money
They're not well
for
equipped.
a roster that sucks.
Yeah.
Geno Smith.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
sucks.
It's terrible.
If he wants to take over a franchise from the literal ground up,
Yeah.
this is the spot.
I would say confidently
Cardinals.
that the Raiders have 2 pieces that are actually solidified. And I'm not even going to say Max Crosby because I think he's on his way out.
Brock Bowers and
Ashton Genty.
Yeah.
And you can't even say that Ashton Genty is bona fide,
Not yet.
a solidified piece. Bowers is the only one.
yeah.
And I don't even want to say Crosby because I do think he's on his way
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
out. I think
done.
whoever
He's done.
takes over trades him.
That's why they
When
kept him
they
healthy.
shut him down, he
Yeah.
was pissed.
I think whoever takes over this team trades him. That's the first move on their agenda.
It's a Khalil Mack kind of move.
It has to be. Yeah, it has to be. It
Well,
has
why
to be
would
the
you
first
keep
move
him?
on the agenda. You can't. Because you're inheriting bullshit.
Yeah.
I hate to
Yeah.
say it. You're inheriting bullshit. And the best way to do it is look at Crosby. Look, I respect you as a player. I'm going to get you out of the situation. We're going to get ourselves out of the situation. We're both going to make do with what we got.
And you can get a lot out of him while
Exactly.
he's still good.
Exactly. So arguably, like Dom just said, Brock Bowers is your only piece. So Harbaugh's not going to want to go into a situation with no resources. The team's not well equipped and there's not much to work with.
Yeah.
I can
Draft
see
picks don't mean we're going to be great. Draft picks
Yeah,
mean there's
that's-
hope to rebuild. But
Exactly.
what the Falcons have is everything I just said. You get the
They
right
have
GM,
everything in place for the most
They've
part.
got the front office. You've got the beautiful city. You've got the money.
So
you've
why
got the
wouldn't they go
location.
get a great head coach?
Go
like
get a
John?
great head coach.
Bingo.
Yep.
See if you can muster out
I
anything
think that's
at
the perfect
quarterback
spot. I don't see a better
Absolutely.
spot.
And for the Raiders,
I love it.
We see, I can see them taking a chance on a first-time head coach,
They
such
have
as
to.
Agreed.
They
Vance
do have
Joseph
to.
or Clinton Kubiak.
Well, Vance
Vance
Joseph
Joseph's
wouldn't
been a
be.
coach.
Bad. He's
yeah,
bad.
but it would be.
And
a
it was
turning
not
point.
good at
It wasn't.
It was
wasn't.
not good at all.
It was with our
5-11 followed
yeah.
up by 6-10.
What I think the Raiders might
Yeah.
do is something that they interviewed 2 years ago, Cliff Kingsbury.
I don't hate it.
I think that that's a direction they're going to look, and I say that because of the quarterbacks in play this year in the draft. Cliff Kingsbury is notorious.
Granted, he's
for
not a
having-
first time.
He's not. But I think that purely based off of his profound knowledge of an offense and how quarterbacks operate,
How he even did with Washington last year.
I think that they will take the risk on him building a quarterback as Jaden Daniels, who came out. Everyone said he's good, had a Joe Burrow-esque season in college, but still was relatively raw talent.
Yeah.
And I think that they will take that risk with the product of the draft picks we have in this year's draft. I think that Cliff Kingsbury is the guy to take that risk on. I don't want it. I don't like it, but I think the Raiders could do that, and that is the smartest option if you can get him there.
Yeah.
And I think that's a beautiful marriage. Now, will it work? We don't know. But right now, sitting here and talking in the future, I think that Cliff Kingsbury and the Raiders is a spot to keep an eye on. Now, a name that I'm going to ask you because I simply just don't know where he goes, but I think he belongs somewhere, Joe Brady. This man deserves a head coaching job like no other. This offense should not be as good as it is for only having the quarterback it has and the terrible receiving core that they've paid and drafted.
New York Giants. That is what comes to mind immediately.
And the Giants just did this with Dable.
Exactly. Take a guy from the Bills.
Again.
Yeah.
You really believe it?
Yeah.
Dom.
I do. You don't even have to move states if you're Joe Brady.
I think that Joe Brady and the Titans might be my location because of Cam Ward.
That's interesting.
So I've been thinking about these spots for a couple days now, if you can't tell. I think that Joe Brady and Cam Ward. Now, originally where my brain was at ahead of time was Cliff Kingsbury and Cam Ward, but I just don't think that works. Very different styles. Very different styles. Yeah. Joe Brady, on the other hand, I think he'll change his scheme.
He has Josh Allen traits.
I think he'll change his scheme for Cam Ward because Cam Ward houses some of the traits that we see out of Josh Allen. That no fear, throw the ball, put your body on the line mentality, and Cam Ward has shown that.
Drove his head into the dirt for that touchdown this week.
So I think Joe Brady and the Titans is another spot for me to look at. So those are my three big ones right there. I think that Harbaugh to the Falcons, Brady to the Titans, and Cliff Kingsbury to the Raiders are my three big ones. I don't know if you boys agree with them. Maybe put that out there on social, see what you guys think. But those are my big three predictions.
I don't hate that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd be.
If it happens, I hope I get my flowers. Well, wait, I mean, you're going to type in the doc. We're going to talk out loud. Or is this something we can't discuss on the show with the people? Oh. Yeah.
Keep the flow of the show going.
I'm keeping the flow of the show. All right, you're the one hosting it. Let's go, Nick.
All right, well, moving on. We have the NFL playoff picture. So, our final seeding. For the AFC, the Denver Broncos are the number 1 seed. The number 2 seed is the Patriots. Jaguars are at 3. Steelers are at 4. Texans are at 5. Bills are at 6. And Chargers are at 7. For the NFC, we have the Seahawks at 1. The Bears at 2. The Eagles at 3. The Panthers at 4. Rams at 5. 49ers at 6. And the Green Bay Packers at 7th. How do we think the playoffs shake out?
I can't really speak too much about the AFC because I don't know the conference as well as the NFC. But when you look at the NFC, the seedings are so bizarre. To see the Panthers up at 4 and then having Seattle that's going to most likely have to either play the Packers, the 49ers,
I don't want to shock you.
the
They're
Rams.
pretty much mirrored to the AFC. The Steelers at 4 is glaring.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, division leaders,
It's
it makes sense why they're there, but
them there.
it's just...
Yeah, but I don't think that the way that the seating's built for that is necessarily the most best way it should be built.
But who wants to play the Bills? Like, you guys are either going to have to take on the Bills or the Texans.
So this has been my argument the whole way through. I don't know that I want to give a full playoff prediction, but what I'll offer you is this, and this is what I've been saying outside people when they ask me, Gabe, what are your thoughts on this year's playoffs? I think the scariest team to look at, regardless of the season, regardless of what happened with the Patriots, are the Buffalo Bills. Now, stop me when you think I'm wrong. I think it's the most experience. Experience is more in the playoffs than it is talent. Just because all they have is Josh Allen and a subpar defense does not mean they're a team to underestimate. This team's been here for 4 or 5 years straight.
And their kryptonite's not here this year.
This year has no Jackson and no Mahomes. This is his one, and no Burrow.
Yeah.
This is his 1 year, a quiet ride down this playoff highway. Can he get off at the right exit and end up in San Francisco without these white noises knocking him off track?
Yeah.
I think this is the year for Josh to do it, and it scares me most that they're not playing him this year because he doesn't fizzle out, but he fizzles out when he plays those 3 teams.
Yeah.
For some reason, the Bengals, the Ravens, and the Chiefs have got Josh Allen's number every year.
Yep.
They're not anywhere in this. But what is in this is a bunch of teams with new head coaches, young quarterbacks, who are young and hungry, but are inexperienced. And experience is the scariest thing in the Super Bowl and in the playoffs.
The Bills are easily the most experienced.
And I think the Bills at the 6th seed, and that's what scares me, is the team to watch in the AFC conference.
Yeah,
that's what I'll offer you.
100%.
Now for NFC, you might be more knowledgeable on this than me. I didn't believe this entirely going forward. I'm willing to negotiate it and think about it and be open-minded to it. Maybe there is a world where the Bears figure this out.
I can't see it. I can't.
If they can stay refined with their mistakes.
I took the Bears to beat the Packers, but I
They
will
get
not be
cute.
surprised if the Packers beat the Bears.
My only
I
gripe with
agree.
the Bears is they get cute at the wrong times.
Yeah, Ben Johnson gets
But
a
Ben
little
Johnson,
comfortable.
if you can refine that and stay risky without being too conservative and getting out of hand, there's a world where you guys outmatch everyone in this seeding other than the Hawks.
To be honest,
Could happen.
To be honest, we could see the Rams, Bears, and Eagles being the remaining teams after this week, which is crazy to say. We could see the Panthers, Bears, and Eagles be.
I wouldn't be surprised if the
the
Eagles
NFC
though are first round exits.
I wouldn't.
I agree.
But I also, with how banged up the Niners are, I wouldn't be surprised if they came out and punched them in the mouth.
If the Niners make a run,
At the end of the day,
wouldn't
the
be
Eagles
surprised.
are the
I
most,
could see
by
the
no
Niners
means.
winning it all.
there is a
Yeah.
world where everyone in this bracket, and I say this with the utmost confidence, except for the Packers, that could make a run.
The Panthers.
I think the Packers can make a run.
I just don't.
You think the Panthers
see-
can make a run
Yeah,
over
over
the
the
Oh,
Packers?
okay.
Packers?
Aside from the Panthers, I completely washed them out from the start. But I think that every team except for those two, in my opinion,
Yeah.
have a world where
Absolutely.
there's a lane to make
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And
Now I will say this: I think the Hawks are the true number one compared to Denver at the moment. I think the Hawks are a real team to respect.
Yeah.
But no, I think there is a world
You
where
gotta
if Ben
respect
Johnson
every team in the
refines. You have
playoffs,
to.
though.
You have to.
Yeah,
You
you
got here
can't.
for a reason.
We've seen it
But-
time and time again.
But I say that if Ben Johnson's refined yet still aggressive, I think there's. I don't say they win the Super Bowl. I think there's a world where the Bears make a run to the NFC Championship.
yeah, and
Sure.
as you said, it's the experience that's going to help. And the Eagles, I think, have the most experience,
Eagles
and
and
Niners
Rams.
too.
Eagles
and
and Rams.
Rams.
Oh, God, all three of them.
Yeah, have
Those are the head
lot
honchos.
of recent experience in the playoffs.
In the last 10 years, they've all
Yeah.
made their appearances. Hell, one of them won a Super Bowl 2 years ago. 3
Yep.
years ago.
So I can only hope that the Packers pull out a win, because if I can play the Packers in the second week, Seahawks play the Packers, I'd much rather take them over the Rams or the Niners, because
I would rather play them over every team except the Panthers, obviously. I
Yeah.
think the Bears are genuinely a team to respect.
Yeah.
That defense, when it's hot, it's hot. When Caleb's on, he's on too.
Absolutely.
And Ben Johnson, man, he's got that team flying. I mean, they're not afraid of anything or anyone.
Yeah.
And they don't hesitate. Even when a mistake's made, they just jump right back in and fly. So, I mean, like I said, I'm not. They're not my Super Bowl pick. Don't get that stretch because I've been hearing that. But I do think the Bears are a good team. Finally, a team that's worth talking about and respecting under this head coach regime.
Yeah.
All right, Nick. What's next?
Moving on from the playoffs, we have NFL Who Am I? We've done stuff similar to
Relatively
this
close
on the
to
show
it, yeah.
before. But I want to give Gabe a chance to play because usually he's the one hosting.
I never get to. You know, it's interesting you
Yeah.
say that. I thought about this a couple weeks ago.
So, Gabe, this is kind of your debut. I know you've probably done it before, but you and Dom. Let me pull up my little list here. Player 1 is a quarterback, 3,041 yards, 19 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 92.9 passer rating, and 14 games played this year.
Interesting. So he missed 3 games.
Has Bryce Young missed any time?
Was this the season he was benched? Or was that last year?
That was last
year. That was
Yeah,
last
he
year.
started this whole year.
Interesting. It's the 3 games you got to pay attention to. The interceptions and all that. I mean, that can easily.
Yeah, I
be
mean,
confused
it's
with anyone.
lackluster performance at most.
Yeah, by no means is it.
Jalen Hurts didn't miss any time. did
I
he?
was thinking Jalen Hurts only because of his lackluster year, but I don't think he missed a game.
I don't think he did either.
God.
Oh, Brock Purdy.
Nope.
No, I Purdy. There's no way he has only.
He did. He has
only
thrown like 10
interceptions.
touchdowns in the past 2 games.
Not
so.
even that though. The interceptions. I feel like.
Kyler Murray missed more than 3 games.
Oh yeah. He's missed like 7.
Patrick Mahomes.
No.
No.
He hasn't missed enough games.
Josh Allen's missed no games.
Oh,
Isn't it
Baker?
Kirk or Penix?
It is none of the 3 you just named. Would you like a hint?
Yeah. Do you
No.
want to give us a conference?
It is an AFC playoff team.
It is
Chargers.
an AFC playoff team. Yeah.
Justin Herbert.
It is not Herbert.
It's not. Okay. Me and you were on the same wavelength there.
Yeah,
I really thought
know.
Herbert. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trevor didn't miss any
Aaron
games.
Rodgers hasn't missed 3 games. What other AFC playoff team is there? Texans, CJ Stroud.
It is CJ
CJ
Stroud.
Stroud.
Yes,
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
When you close his stats down,
It's
The
not
defense
good.
carries that team.
It is not good.
wow.
You
That's
could really beat that team in the
That's
playoffs.
the vulnerability. That's the
Yep.
attacking.
Granted,
why I
they've
picked
picked it up in the
Apply
second half
pressure.
of the season.
Apply pressure and just have a
Have
solid
they
run
picked
game.
it up, or has the defense picked it
The
up?
defense.
That's true.
Now,
Tank Dell still hasn't
now
played.
you could argue even when Davis Mills is in, you see the
same
same
offense.
better results. I don't want to.
I think Davis Mills has done more for that offense.
Hey,
I wouldn't
we
say
beat
more, but they
C.J.
stayed
Stroud
up
and we
to-
beat
up to
Davis
us,
Mills,
yeah.
so bring it on, Houston.
They stayed up to speed with Davis. I wouldn't say he's better, but he stayed up to speed. He's kept
Yeah.
them afloat.
Didn't
about where-
CJ get hurt in that game?
He
He
They
played?
took.
sure did.
They took
What's
him
up with
out.
you guys in killing players?
We do every time they play a team.
We're
they get hurt.
aggressive.
We just don't
Micah
win aggressively.
Parsons.
We're hungry.
CJ Stroud.
We're hungry, but we don't win in a fashion that looks.
It doesn't matter.
Hungry.
A win is a win.
Almost lost to
It took
Justin
you 18
Fields.
weeks to say that.
A win is a win.
It took you 18 weeks.
1 seed doesn't happen by accident.
You better clip this because you ain't getting this in 2 weeks.
Player 2, 184 carries, 730 yards, 12 touchdowns, and 4 yards per carry.
Okay, so not J.K. Initially, I wanted to go him because he was up there, but he didn't have the 12 touchdowns. He didn't get in the end zone that much. I think he had like 4 to 6.
Zach Charbonnet.
It is Zach Charbonnet.
Wow, Dom, good shit.
He knows his team.
Good shit.
I don't
Dom.
even know Zach Sharp's line. It's just,
It just seems like
yeah, it just seems like him to have that many touchdowns.
Good
muscle
shit.
hamster.
Yeah, yeah, my beefcake.
That'll never go away when you said that last season.
Oh yeah, absolutely not. It's my beefcake.
Put it on a
Let that
t-shirt.
simmer in silence.
Player 3, 50 catches,
Jesus.
602 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Who am I?
So terrible. Terrible.
Yeah, yeah, I'd say so.
50 catches, 602 yards, 2 touchdowns.
It's like 12 yards a catch.
Part of me wants to say this is someone who's
probably a
well
tight
known
end.
but had a terrible season.
Obviously, he had a terrible season.
I want to go Adam Thielen.
It is not Adam Thielen.
Okay.
I
Am
feel
on
like
the
this
right
is
track?
a tight end.
No,
Is
No.
it a tight
it
end?
is not a tight end. This is a wide receiver.
Wide receiver. Okay.
Wow. 602 for 2 tugs, 50 catches.
T. Higgins.
No, I hope not. God, no.
Well,
DeAndre Hopkins.
No,
no,
I
it's
don't
gonna
think he
be
had
someone
600.
bigger. It's gonna be a bigger name guy.
there's not many bigger names than DeAndre Hopkins.
Is this someone in our very own?
Is it someone who got
It
hurt?
is not a Bronco
Okay.
currently.
Did they play every game?
I believe so.
Interesting.
Justin Jefferson.
It is not Justin Jefferson.
That would have been a good guess had the
Yeah.
yards been a little higher. Because he didn't
Yeah.
get the end zone more than 3 or 4 times this year.
Yeah, but he also has not gotten many yards
That's
either with
true.
how bad
That's
they're
true. I
off.
had him
I
in
mean, Max
fantasy, so I know.
Brosmer went, what, negative net 2 passing yards in a game?
602, 2 tugs. Okay. Are they in the playoffs?
No.
Okay. That narrows us down to 13 teams.
13 teams.
Or
That narrows
14.
us down to
He
18
played
teams.
Or 18.
all
I'm
17
thinking of what's in
games.
14, yeah.
He played all 18?
All 17.
Holy
17.
shit, he played every week?
Every
That ain't-
single game.
And it's
That is
not. It's a
not
wide
good.
receiver who's played every week. It's got to be a number 2. This can't be a number 1.
If it's a number 1, boy, this is sad.
Sad.
It's not Devontae Adams because it's got more than 2 touchdowns.
Am I dumb to even get... Yeah, no,
CeeDee
'cause
Lamb.
No,
I was going to say Terry McLaurin, but I don't think
it is
he had...
not Terry.
Yeah.
Would you like a hint?
Yes, please.
He
Conference.
is a Jag.
What?
Oh, that's a hell of a hint.
If
Yeah,
you know, you
this,
know.
This isn't Travis Hunter, is it?
If you know, you
No,
know.
he didn't play all season.
Can't be Travis Hunter.
Not Brian Thomas.
No,
Okay.
Gabe.
Oh, Tim Patrick.
He's a Jag.
He's a Jaguar.
He's a Jag.
Just the guy, Jerry Judy.
Yep.
Jerry Judy. Oh.
Jerry Judy.
I was like, wait, Jag, they're in playoffs. You said they're not in playoffs. Jag, you said just the guy.
Yeah.
That clicked. You looked at me funny, so I knew.
I didn't get it.
I was hoping you'd think Jaguars at first, and then I'd get you to. That went exactly as
Well,
I
me
hoped
and
it
you
would.
made eye contact. You said Jag again. I'm like, Jag. Where have I heard that?
Because you kept saying Jaguar. That's not what it
You
is.
said, yeah, I know you repeated Jag, and I was like, okay. Fuck Jerry Judy. Yeah, and I
Yeah,
said it on
fuck
the
Jerry
show.
Jeudy.
Fuck Jerry Judy. This is the one time you'll hear that. That guy has no love for any team he's on. Either the Browns, he claims to love him. I hope he does, because he didn't love the time in Denver. Sure as hell didn't show it. When he came to Mile High to play, even when he got his ass handed to him in an offensive shootout, was the game of the year. He still had nothing good to say.
He didn't get his ass handed to him. He handed our asses to us.
Well,
I
Levi,
am
he
not
handed
gonna lie.
he
Levi
belt,
Wallace.
He handed belt ass to Levi Wallace.
Yeah,
not
he
even
sure
on the
did.
team.
He sure
But he could give a little respect. I mean, come on. We wanted you to work in Denver. You just didn't work. So, quite honestly,
We loved you until you hated us.
showed your true colors.
Yeah.
Now let's get on to a receiver that we can hopefully enjoy.
Player number 4,
Or tight end.
74 catches, 1,017 yards, and 7 touchdowns.
CeeDee Lamb.
This is not CeeDee Lamb.
You love him.
Because I feel like that's
Every player is CeeDee Lamb, believe it or not.
George Pickens.
No.
no, George Pickens has 1,400
No,
yards.
I know. I'm just you were going on the Cowboys.
Does he
line
really?
over here. He had a great
Wow.
Yeah,
final season. He was
he's
neck
one of
and
the
neck
third or
with Jace.
fourth
Yeah.
in line.
He was
Yeah,
neck and
Wow.
neck with Jason in the top 5 the entire season.
Good for him.
Dude, he had a phenomenal year. There's no way the Cowboys don't extend him off topic. But
Oh, they need to.
they gotta pay him
if
a
they
lot.
don't,
of
if they
money.
don't, you know what I said. Bo and George would feed families.
George
I'm
Pickens.
on that. You were a Bronco.
You're a Bronco.
74 catches.
Zay Flowers.
1,017
It is not Zay
No,
Flowers.
Zay missed a lot of time this year.
That's true. Can't be AJ
DJ
Brown.
Moore.
Neither.
Wow.
Diggs.
Diggs.
No.
Okay.
No.
Because I know he just
Yeah.
got over 1,000.
This seems like a Diggs stat line.
Well, he didn't get a lot of touchdowns this year, but I saw he just got over 1,000.
Yeah.
It's something, you know.
Whether he
T.
should be
Higgins.
playing or not. It is not T. Higgins.
Do you want conference yet or no?
Hold on, I got one more guess in
All
me.
right.
I got
How about
one
we
more
each get
guess.
one more? We each get one more. Okay. I'm sitting there looking at this poster. I'm
Is
like,
this a
teams.
wide receiver?
It is a wide receiver.
Okay.
Jamar Chase?
No.
Okay.
No, Jamar Chase is more yards too. He's like 1,300, I think.
Ooh, I have a... Nah, it's probably
Give
not him.
me Justin Jefferson.
Devontae Adams.
No.
No,
Okay.
Devontae has a lot more touchdowns.
Really? He didn't feel like he was injured that much until the end of the year. before he got
Devontae
hurt.
Adams
He has
leads
double
touchdowns.
digits at least, yeah.
He's like
Good for him.
17,
Good for him.
14 or
That man-
17.
That man's been consistent.
Yeah,
then
he's the
forever.
touchdown leader, even though he missed like the past 4 games.
That's wild.
Yeah,
Tells you how good
That
Tate
makes
still
me
is.
curious.
touchdown leader.
God, who could this be?
Okay, give me the conference, Nick.
Yeah, give a conference.
AFC.
Okay.
Playoff team?
Play. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Typing away.
I mean,
Oh, is it a Bronco? Cortland Sutton?
It is Cortland
it's
Sutton.
Portland. Okay. He had
Devontae
7
Adams had
touchdowns.
14 touchdowns. He did.
Oh, you guys gotta know your own team.
Look at that comparison between our former wide receiver one and our
Wow.
current wide receiver one.
Wow.
Our current wide
Broncos
receiver
are
one
great
was
at
drafted
developing
2 years
receivers.
I don't feel like he mustered out 7 touchdowns. Quiet season.
before. Yeah.
Quiet
Yeah.
season. Well,
You never know he
you know
got
what it
1,000
is?
yards
You know
if you
what it
weren't a
is?
Broncos
You
fan.
know what it is? It's the last 4 weeks of pure mediocrity.
He did nothing.
Nothing.
I mean, he had games where he was going for $150 and 2 touchdowns.
There
And
was
then
a
he'd come back the next week,
there
had
was a
2
f-
catches
there
for
was
13 yards. Like,
period of time where there was a 4-game stretch, I'd say, where he was balling.
he was one of the best in the league, if not the best. And then he disappeared.
Now we don't get that at all.
And then he
so.
played on Christmas and forgot how to play football.
Yeah, our Christmas gift was not.
It was, I want to give it back.
Yeah, I want to return it. You can take it back. Where's the receipt?
Yeah. Court. Great player. Needs to be more consistent.
Look, he's not a number 1. We've known that.
Yeah.
He's our number 1, but he's not a number 1.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I'm trying to kill time here for you, bud.
No, I'm
Trying to
done.
go
I'm
time,
done.
go
I can
for
go.
it.
I can go.
Okay.
Don't give him time.
Okay. It's my
Prepared
episode.
and ready.
If you're not ready, that's on you.
Yeah.
Exactly. Let's do this. Your hands are sweaty.
It's hot in here.
It's hot.
Dom's one-liners.
My toes are free.
Nick
Hit us with
edition.
What'd you
Nick
just say?
edition. I didn't do nothing. I typed out the scores and teams.
You got to read me the teams there, Buster.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
When you
I'm
host
not
this-
familiar with this.
When you host, you got to read it to him.
Texans beat the Colts 38-30.
Future franchise rookie quarterback that the Colts got. He looked good.
He
You were
looked.
shitting on Riley Leonard 2 weeks ago.
He looked. Browns beat the Bengals 20-18.
Joe Burrow is going to retire.
Hot take.
Oh my God. I swear to God, if I hear that again on social media.
The Falcons beat the Saints 19-17.
R.I.P. Raheem Morris almost saved his job.
Almost.
LMAO.
Vikings beat the Packers 16-3.
What a game.
Packers first round exits.
It's not looking
Max
crazy right now.
Brosmer, legendary quarterback.
Told you they wouldn't make a run until you were arguing for it.
Yeah. Jags beat the Titans
Jesus.
41-7.
Jags are winning the Super Bowl. They're
No.
going all the way.
No.
No, hell
No.
no.
If we ever match up against them again, it's not even going to be close.
I hope not.
I know it's not. Giants beat the Cowboys 34-17.
Dak Prescott, welcome to Cancun.
Oh, you don't have to welcome him. He's very familiar.
Oh, I know.
Familiar?
It's been there before.
Shit, he's probably going to, he's venturing out new places.
He probably has a home there.
Yeah.
He's probably like, dude, I can't do this anymore.
He's got the summer house.
Rams beat the Cardinals 37-20.
Cardinals led at one point in this game.
That's wild.
which is something you didn't hear this season that often.
No.
Yeah.
This is their Super Bowl.
Literally. They lost.
Still lost.
Yeah. They got killed. They got outscored.
Hey, they put up 20 points. That's a league average
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
And then went on to let the Rams score 21 unanswered points, but we won't talk about that.
The Raiders beat the Chiefs 14-12.
The Chiefs almost won.
I would argue bye Travis Kelce.
Oh, Travis Kelce's going to retire.
I don't know. Is
Good riddance.
he? Is Travis Kelce going to retire? Be
Yes.
honest right now.
He better.
100%.
He better.
I've been saying it for weeks.
You genuinely think he's done right
Yes.
now?
100%.
Yes.
I would
How
put
long
money
until we
on
call
it.
it official?
I
When he
think
comes out
after
and
the
says it's
Super Bowl.
official.
After the Super Bowl. It's not going to happen soon.
Do you think he comes back out if Mahomes comes back healthy in a year or two?
No.
I think once he's done, he's done. This is
He's
not
done.
a Gronk
He's
situation.
He's gonna go retire, marry his wife.
He's
be
pulling
like,
his
He's
done.
going to
brother.
live his life, have some
Yeah.
kids, do whatever. I don't know.
All right. Well, see it.
I don't
Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift babies. Here we
Oh,
go.
that's terrible.
I don't.
The world does not need that.
It was a
Would
good
they be singers or
I want to
football
stop.
players?
I want to stop. I want to stop. Travis Kelce.
Both.
If this is
Singing
it,
football player.
Stop. If this was your career, it was a good one.
No.
Let's on it. No, stop. It was a good one. On to
Nope.
the next.
Boo. Commanders beat the Eagles 24-17.
So
God.
turns out the Eagles were playing their starters.
Yeah.
Turns out Gabe did lose his money because of this one game where I had 11 games I had to get right, and I got 10 of them, and this was the one I got wrong.
And this is why you quit while you're ahead, Gabe.
Yep.
Nope.
This is why
Well,
he's lost.
When I'm living in a mansion and you're living in a cardboard box, we're going to see.
like
Fine by me.
Squidward asking for
My
change.
cardboard box is gonna be full of happiness.
You have fun with that.
So is my mansion.
I'll have running
Mansions, just because you have a mansion, don't mean you're happy.
Oh, I'm going to be
water.
happy.
But he has like
We'll
13
see.
bathrooms. Like Geno Smith has more.
I'll have more bathrooms than
You're thinking of
touchdown
Russell
passes.
Wilson. You're thinking of Russell.
I also was. Yeah. Well, Geno Smith has more interceptions than bathrooms. I don't know if that's a point or not, but
I think you.
I would hope he does.
Geno Smith.
you hope Geno Smith has more interceptions than bathrooms.
Yeah.
What if he lives in a mansion with
He
like
had a
13
lot of
bathrooms?
interceptions. The Patriots beat the Dolphins 38-10.
Dolphins suck.
That's a hell of a one.
Goodbye, Tua.
Yeah, goodbye Tua. Bye bye.
Maybe Mike McDaniel. Probably
No,
not.
he's not. Why are you
No,
so
he's
obsessed
not
with him leaving?
leaving,
They
bro.
already said he's not.
He's not leaving.
So what?
But-
Okay.
You know what I saw? They have an affinity for John
my God.
Harbaugh.
Okay.
Just gonna put that out in there.
I did see that
who's
as
the
well.
source?
I did see that as well. Or it was a reputable source.
Yeah, it
too
was
that
like
came
Adam
out.
Schefter.
Football
It wasn't Adam
Forever,
Schefter,
or
but it was
this
somebody
like an
similar to
actual
that.
Yeah.
reporter.
It was an actual report.
Okay.
The Lions beat the Bears
The
19-16.
Bears were also indeed playing their starters.
Too late.
Yeah. Yeah.
Too late.
Yeah, too late.
The Bills beat the Jets 35-8.
Bye. Week.
In the last game in Highmark Stadium.
The Jets are the only team ever to defensively not have an interception.
They're the only team ever.
Week 18
Yeah.
bye week.
Yeah.
pretty
Week
much.
18 bye week.
Yeah.
Pretty much. The
Goodbye,
last game
Highmark
ever
Stadium.
in Highmark Stadium.
Also, Josh
They
Allen.
did a good job with that video package and
Yeah.
everything. It was kind of sad,
Yeah.
but they hit
I've been there.
us in the feels right where it needed to, and I'm not
Yeah.
even a Bills fan, so
Josh Allen started 123 consecutive games, I think it is.
Good.
He came in
Mitch
and took the first
Trubisky had
snap of this game.
4 touchdowns.
Oh my God! The Jets defense making Mitch Trubisky look like prime. What was he on the Browns?
Bears. Oh my
Bears.
God,
Oh
Bears.
my God.
We are in week 18, episode 62, year 2 of the Turf Talk podcast, and you still cannot
I can't
differentiate
wait
these
to see
teams.
the Browns in the playoffs, dude. The
They're not
Browns
in
are
the
going to do
playoffs.
so good.
Kevin Stefanski.
in opposite,
Bears
in
legend.
opposing conference too.
For real.
Moving on.
Uh,
We've got the wild card weekend pick'em. Starting off on Saturday, we've got the Los Angeles Rams taking on the shockingly Carolina Panthers, in which we went the Rams across the board. Sticking on our Saturday playoff games, we've got the Green Bay Packers taking on the Chicago Bears, in which me and Dom went the Chicago Bears. Nick, you went the Packers. Why?
Sure did. I have faith in Jordan Love. I have faith in Matt LaFleur. And I want to win $5.
So I was going to ask you,
Oh, come on.
in the postseason, are we continuing?
Oh, 100%.
Why wouldn't you?
Bear versus Big Wop, bet of the week for the wild card round. We've got the Bears and Packers. I got Bears. Big Wop's got the Packers. Let's see who takes home $5 this week. I still got to go give him more $5 from last week.
Yeah, he does.
All right. Moving on to our Sunday, we've got the Buffalo Bills take on the hot Jacksonville Jaguars, in which me and Nick went Bills.
Bills.
Tom, you're going with the freaking Jags.
I
Why?
don't know
You
about
said
that.
it in yourself when you introduced them. They're hot. They're like a momentum. They've won what?
But
7
I
in a
also
row?
said the Bills got experience.
Yes,
They've
they
been there
do.
before. No
yes,
distractions.
they do. But the Jaguars have a fire lit under their ass right now, and they've showed multiple good
Dude, there's
teams
a case
up.
there. I'm not going to
They
completely say
just
it's...
put up 40 points against an NFL caliber team. It does not matter. They are on a roll, and they are going for the money.
We did that against the Cowboys.
Yeah, where's our flowers?
What? You guys almost lost
We're
to
the
the Jets.
most hated an NFL
You
caliber
made-
team.
We won.
An NFL caliber team that we beat. We beat them.
Yeah. Where's the same energy?
Where is that same energy at, bitch? That was like Jesse-esque bitch right there. I'm proud of that. I don't know if anyone watched Breaking Bad. That was great. Moving on, we've got the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, where me and Nick went Niners. Dom, Eagles, why?
Because I want the Niners to lose. Because fuck the 49ers.
All right.
And-
This is a
and-
want situation, not like a...
No. It's I believe it.
No.
Because listen, this is a rematch of the century. This is where the beat up 49ers are going to go take on a Philadelphia Eagles team that I think they're going to underestimate, and they're going to assume their first round exits, and the Eagles are going to come out and punch them in the mouth. And I can see Saquon having a good game, especially
I do see where this could happen.
Not to
Seattle
mention-
do.
The 49ers had less points than Sam Darnold had interceptions against the Rams.
Here's where Dom isn't wrong. The Eagles, shockingly enough, know how to just turn it on in moments of where you're like, wait, what? Where did that come
Where
from?
has this been all season?
The last Super Bowl.
By the
came
way,
from.
And
they're
if-
the 3 seed.
And if there's
Yeah.
a team to do it, it's the Philadelphia Eagles. Because again,
quietly the 3 seed. too.
similar to the Bills,
Yeah.
similar to the Bills, they do have that experience. They
Yeah.
do have the
Yeah.
name value. They
Well,
have
so
the
do the
coach. They have the
49ers.
players. They've got the ring. They've done it. Let's not be shocked. Now, do I think the Niners will win? Yeah.
I do.
But everything Dom just said, I very well would not be surprised if on Sunday that's how the game fares.
I think as they said, the Seahawks broke the Rams. I think the Seahawks broke the Niners, and I think the Eagles are going to take advantage of that. And Saquon.
So
is-
yet again, another butterfly domino effect.
I hope so.
God, there's a theme. in
If
this
we can get rid of the NFC West teams,
Look
I
what
will
you
be
did.
happy.
Butterfly
my
domino.
fault. My fault.
Moving on, Sunday Night Football, game of the week, arguably. To close out, not even close out. To tease the end of the close
This
of
is
the
the
wild
first
card.
test the Patriots are
The
going to
big
have all
game.
year.
The game, as
Yeah.
Dom just said, is the test. We've got the Los Angeles Chargers coming into Gillette Stadium to take on the hot number 2 seed New England Patriots, led by Mike Vrabel and Drake May, in which we went the Patriots across the board. Justin Herbert, you can't do it. You can't hang in the big leagues. You are gone. First round exits. Bye-bye. Back to Los Angeles, to Cancun on vacation. You are gone. The Patriots move on to the divisional. Goodbye, Chargers, and goodbye, Herbert fans. Do I want the Patriots to win? Hell no.
No.
But will they win? Yes. That defense might show us what we don't want
It
to see.
depends
Yeah.
if their players get arrested or not first.
Drake May might even show what we don't want to believe.
Mind you, they have more cases against players on their team than they have wins against teams over 500.
Now, is there a
What
world
a
where
stat.
Yeah.
is there a world where what I just said could be completely wrong? Do you think there's a way, a world, a will where the
There's
the
always
Chargers
a way.
can get it?
Always a will. Everything's possible.
Anything
It's
is
the
possible.
playoffs. Everybody's 0-0.
Never say never.
Win or go home.
You can't
Those
go
are
in
your
there with your
options.
heads up your ass. You got to be out ready to play.
There's no tie. There's no game 2.
no, you're
this is
done.
one and
You
done.
lose, you're done.
Never say never.
NFL playoffs are easily the wildest in sports just because the best team doesn't always win.
Yep.
Because there is no series.
And I love it.
Yeah, that's how every sport should be, in
Should
my
be.
Yep.
opinion.
You have one chance, and you got to do it.
And to
You blow it, you
close
blow it.
out the wild card weekend, we've got the Houston Texans taking on a team that snuck in, a team that found their way into the playoffs, the Pittsburgh Steelers. It ends here because we went the Texans across the board. Ending
Sorry, Aaron.
Aaron Rodgers' beautiful run with the Steelers.
We will do an Aaron Rodgers tribute.
He's been
If-
amazing this season, for what it's worth.
If this is truly,
Yeah, he
His
has to
last
announce his
NFL
retirement
game.
first.
if this is truly,
We're just speculating.
if, and I,
mean,
say
he's
that.
there's already other openings for
I
him
say
available.
that
The
with
Vikings
big
have shown
hesitation.
interest in him.
Stop.
I say this with big hesitation because I do see a world where he returns to the Steelers.
I don't.
I can.
I can.
Why
Mike
would he?
Tomlin is stuck
He has
up.
nothing left to prove.
I agree with you completely. But it's Aaron Rodgers. That man wants to win. That man has
He has
he
one.
has something in here that won't stop.
He got one last division championship. He knows it's not going to happen again. With the Ravens healthy,
And
with
that's
the
a
Bengals
good enough
healthy.
reason to call it quits. I would honestly sit here and say, how are you going to shit on him? He proved the Jets that he wasn't the issue. He proved that he's still the guy
Yeah.
that's a good quarterback. He's still a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Easy.
So, no, what you're saying is completely true. But I also know that just based on the eyes, Aaron Rodgers is a competitor, and for some reason has an obsession with wanting to come back and keep going.
He doesn't want to be in the spotlight anymore. I'm looking at a picture of Sam Darnold, Bo Nix, and Caleb Williams for some reason.
It's the only photo I could find with.
Is that the future of the league? One of those shit that
What
I
an
never thought would
off-topic
Yeah.
thing to happen.
You just ruined a moment. I was getting Nick to go down this lane of talking about a quarterback he loves, and you love him too. Come on.
I'll talk to him next week after he's done.
Woo. Bold words.
The Texans are gonna eat him up.
I agree. I mean, I do agree. I see that happening.
Yeah. I love Aaron Rodgers, but he's...
All right,
We'll give
he's
him his
cooked.
tribute when he's done.
A-Rod, just like this episode, we will see you next week. So without further ado, if you ever want to collab, reach out to the podcast. Reach us for any opportunities or collaborations. You can reach us at GabeDowdPodcast No, you guys fucked me up.
Who's you guys?
GabeDowdPodcast@gmail because you're moving my thing.
I didn't do shit.
Stop messing with stuff. GabeDowdPodcast@gmail.com. And as always, so you never miss any content, updates, or any exciting uploads. Follow on all socials so you never miss anything. Without further ado, we will catch you for our wild card reaction divisional round predictions. Join the huddle and join the talk with the Turf Talk Podcast.
Ow, that hurt.
That was good.